I gotta see that. I gotta see that interview we did.
I'll send it to you.
I was just going off the dome. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Look, I let Black take over. I was like, Black, bro, talk your go off. You know, this is your moment, my brother.
Hey, go off, my guy.
My guy. Let me switch over. And then switch. Oh, well, no, actually, you know what? No, let me switch over. Go beyond the bell, share it in the group, and then we'll go from there. Here we are.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Look, that's gonna be one of the main topics of the night, bro.
Mister, it was long overdue. Yeah.
It was past overdue, bro. Jeez, Louise.
We gonna build it up.
That's what they did, like that song. Why do you build me up, Buttercup, just to let me down?
Like, y'all see how TJ know all this other stuff.
I mean, you know all this other stuff,
but he don't know nothing modern.
I just got my radio back like 3 months ago, and it don't always cut off.
Oh, you didn't have a radio in the whip
that
for
is
a minute.
Right.
That is right.
Right.
You had the speaker.
Nah, but what's hilarious though is didn't all you do was like eject the CD and it came back on?
Yeah, and I didn't even have a CD in there. I never put a CD in there.
That's
I just seen that
it stopped working because you put a Will Smith CD in, and it was like,
I don't need a Will Smith CD. That's what Spotify is for.
You got to do like the Atari and the N64.
You know, they said that actually did not. I don't care what nobody say. You know, they say that actually did not work though.
I saw that, and I don't need that negativity in my life.
I don't believe it.
I believe I blocked that page.
You won't see me trying it out with mine.
No, I did it. So Ronnie still has a regular Nintendo, and I just did it a couple weeks ago, and I turned it off, and like you got to put it right there at the edge of your lips, and
like play it like a harmonica.
Yeah, and I put it in, flashed it a few times, hit the power button, and it said blink, and then the game came on. She was playing Yoshi Cookie.
Not the Yoshi.
Hey,
the Yoshi Cookie.
I got my Star 564 for the ones that understand
understand something. I was at that day. I was at the house, bro. I was in training, just doing unlimited U-turns and dropping bombs.
Little B-bombs.
Look, that whole first level is still one of the greatest first levels
for sure
ever. Okay,
did y'all have that pad that you could run on?
Are we? Oh, I just want to ask: are we indulging in libations tonight?
Not me.
Does a bear poop in the woods?
I don't know. This is
and wipe it with a white rabbit.
With a white rabbit.
Look, like Shawn, like I said, and I'm gonna do this every episode. Like Shawn Michaels said, bye.
But I'll go back real quick. Y'all ain't had that pad that you could run on for the Nintendo?
No. What are you talking? Oh, for the track game?
Yeah, for the track game.
Wait, they actually had one you could run on?
Yeah,
I didn't have
it. It looked like a twister mat.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
do know what you're talking about. No, I didn't know. We wasn't.
We had that. We thought we was Scrooge McDuck in that joke.
Nah, okay. Question real quick before we get started. What was some of the things that you seen growing up that people had at their house that made it seem like they were rich? So, like for me, my godparents had cable TV in the kitchen. So, like while we were sitting in dinner, they had a little 13-inch color TV, but it was cable in the kitchen.
I know what Blackout about to go with this one.
Look, my grandparents, bro, they had two different numbers. They had one for the upstairs and one for the downstairs. Yeah. And you can hit the button to switch.
Look, exactly, Fish.
Yeah.
Had the racetrack. Like I never.
And then I hit the trenches and I hit them hard.
Hey, nah, you know, like the old kitchens, they had the built-in radio and all that
underneath the cabinet. Yes.
Hey, bro, you know you got money when you could do that. Look, and you got around.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember the first time I saw a 2-car garage.
I was just getting ready to say that. A garage.
My aunt had one of them.
I was like, wait, so you got a car for both? You got a garage for both of your cars? They were like, yeah. And it was divided, like so, like you know how you drive
my aunt had
big door. It was like a divider. I was like,
That's hard.
Of course, the regular stuff, a pool, stuff like that. But like the little stuff that you wasn't thinking, and you see it, and you like,
I mean, having people, Look, you know you come from money when you got the in-ground pool with the patio on the top with the nice gazebo in the back, the nice grill, the built-in grill.
I've only been to like maybe 2 or 3 people's house in my life that had an in-ground pool. Like everybody else has an above-ground deck.
Yeah.
And they have the inflatable, the inflatable pool in the back. They look real nice.
Dog. Not even the inflatable, just like the hard-walled one, and it would be leaning somewhere at a point. Like, Jesus.
Well,
hey man,
I think we done build it up enough. So
on that note, hit that theme.
Hit my theme music. Do do do.
Taking the reins of this game, so you better finally see the BS numbers really keep updated. Probably demonstrating that we really iconic out here making changes. Chop the game, we the ones who best. Home fans, we up now forget next. Trigger train, man, it's all Jones out here keeping. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody said doing these real podcasts, giving out fake news while we up keeping it real. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you already know what it is. What's popping? It's your boy, the reliable, the undeniable, the one, the only Trigger Trey Knight. I'm gonna pass it to my dog, Mr.
And this your boy Blackout Jones, the historian, coming in at a lean and mean wrestling machine.
I thought you was about to give us the weight for real. Like,
no, we're not doing that because my weight is fluctuating right now, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's your boy, Mr. 211. You know what I'm saying? I stays with that thing on me.
What thing is that,
sir?
That thing. We need to get you a BTB koozie, bro.
Yeah, we need to get you that Washington football team.
Everything. We got to get you a beanie. We got to get you a shirt. Bro, if Paco would get back in business, we would get the hoodies back done. But that's another story for another time. Hey, bro, y'all already know who I am. I ain't even about to waste time with audience.
6 2/3, 2 4, 5 6.
For one, I've said it like 4 or 5 times today because we were at for our youth doing some great community outreach and handing out some resources to not even necessarily just all underprivileged youth, but for everyone who needs it. The school's getting ready to start back. We handed out over 1,000 book bags, school supplies, pencils, everything. Had a great time doing it. Anything that we can do for charity, we here at Beyond the Bell, we're always going to do it. But y'all know I'm Mr. Carlito Cannon.
No.
Run
it back.
Y'all know I'm Mr. Carlito the Cannon. And you listening to Beyond the Bell podcast, bro. Well, you watching us because it ain't. We're not just the audio. We the video
we
too.
Live, baby.
Hello out there, TV live.
Y'all didn't get the intro because we got a lot to talk about. WWE. And I'm gonna be honest. For anybody who's tuning in here about AEW this week, you're probably not gonna hear anything because SummerSlam came, stayed, and went, and then followed the momentum with Raw and SmackDown after it. I know it happened at the end of the night, but we got to talk about the number one thing that happened, and that is the OTC is back in the building. And with the OTC coming back, does that spell END for Solo and his bloodline? Because my man came, wrecked everyone, and left. How y'all feel? How did y'all feel about the classical intro being a part of the actual theme now?
I was so ready.
It was godly. It felt like the angels came down.
Yeah, no,
aura.
Right. It's amazing. We're gonna get back to it, but it's amazing. We got a lot of content coming from today, but seeing the looks on kids' faces because we set up the table, we set up the BTB table. We took 8, 9 belts.
Yeah,
everything that was on this wall went, and then I took some AEW stuff, and he took some New Japan. He took the Brahma Bull. Being a part of seeing kids respond to wrestling how we responded to wrestling when we were growing up, it did something that we needed today. We really needed today. We had a couple parents almost shed tears seeing their kids so happy, and I was just like, man, wrestling will do that. Like we're a passionate circle of people, you know. Wrestling hashtag real fans.
Even the kids' parents were happy. They wanted to wear the belts. Hey,
Oh,
man,
I love seeing
is that heavy?
I love seeing the 30 and up club. Man, I grew up on this. I never seen a real one. Can I hold it?
So
yes.
Look, I got a funny story. So one of the parents, I said, what belt you want to hold? He's like, nah, I'm good or whatever. I said, oh, okay. So then I brought the Brahma Bull belt out, and I said, yeah, this the Rock belt. She said, oh yeah, let me get that. I rock with him. And took a picture with it.
Did you smell it? I was like, what? Because we were trying to figure out what to take. And we wanted to take stuff that some people may have never seen either, but something they're probably never going to see again. You're the only person I know with the Brahma Bull replica. I don't know too many people with it, period.
Yeah.
So we had to bring that out and show that up. It was a great time. We're going to be uploading that content to y'all real soon, just so y'all can see. We had a tug of war. Team Beyond the Bell won the tug of war, of course. That was great to see. We had the Greensboro police force mixed with the sheriffs against the Heads Up Barbershop Barbers in a 5-on-5 basketball that went to overtime. It was crazy.
Oh, team. So it was like they was out there, Team USA. They had to represent.
Yeah, no, we had to rep. It was crazy. We met some great people. We made some lifelong connections, possibly media wise. We got a lot of content coming to y'all soon. Mr. Editor in Chief, Trigger Trey, he got a lot of work to do. We're gonna help this time though, but
we also had a special guest with us as well from Ashe Wrestling.
Mr. Darius Lockhart was in the building.
Lockhart
merch. Look, passing out merch, like not even passing out merch to the kids, taking pictures. We were sharing some experiences from Ashe. He brought the photos, the footage, everything. So we definitely hope to see y'all. If y'all in the Charlotte area, September 29th, come on through. Another show on October 26th. Unfortunately, I will not be there because that is the day I tie the knot, and none of these dudes will be there because they'll be there with me. But
we'll be there.
Y'all show up and BTB will be there in spirit.
Yeah.
But y'all show up and show out for Ashe Wrestling, because what that man does in giving back, definitely it's second to none. That man cares about the community, the culture, and the children. And you can't top that from anyone who's a small business owner, large business owner. The passion is intangible. Look at this, man. Look at this, dog. Like, look at these kids, bro. Shout out to Sheriff Rogers, man. He let some of his troops, clown around with BTB today, man.
Yeah.
It was.
Are we sure that one sheriff ain't King Kong Bundy?
No, dog. No, so he was the first sheriff to come up and be like, "Are these real, man? My son's gonna love this." And I'm like,
look, son, look what I got on my shoulder. You ain't got it.
No, right?
I'm gonna be that dad. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be that. Hey, man, look, I did this, but you didn't. Sorry.
Loser.
No, you know what though? Hearing all this stuff.
Loser. Yeah, I'm gonna be that dad.
Hearing all this stuff about the kids and all this stuff, you know what it reminded me of? I don't know why this popped into my head, but you remember when Tommy Davidson was on Martin Lawrence and he was like, "You can take the I ain't gonna give you the rest of it.
Don't give it all. Don't give it. Y'all didn't know TJ could sing? That brother.
They don't know about me like
he can blow.
No. Look, and I didn't know Tommy could sing like that either. He had kicked that though. Mr. Vernell Hill. Yeah. Back to where we were.
BTB love
because we said we talked about it before on the prediction show. I said I didn't think it was time for him to come back. I still, in my heart of hearts, feel it was too early. But how did y'all respond when that music hit? Because I know we were texting, but like, what was it in the moment?
I got up on my chair.
I was on the way to go get my dogs. That music said, I said,
man,
explicit.
just in the moment, man.
It was real explicit.
I had my dad with me.
My
dad was zooted and booted. He was gone.
Oh, but, Pops was gone.
That music hit. I got it. Yeah.
Hey,
running around clapping.
I'm jealous of Mike because Mike was in the audience.
Mike and Austin.
Mike and
Austin both in the audience. Shout out to Mike, Tyler, and Austin Kennedy, man. 2 members of the illustrious Wrestling's Real Fan Chop Shop. 2 of the hashtag Real Fans that we know we love and support always. They rocking with us from the beginning. If you're looking for the best wrestling group on Facebook, Wrestling's Real Fan Chop Shop,
let us know.
Go find it. I'm telling you, send us an invite because you know the 2-time about to be 3-time admin of the year. You know, I'll be able to get you in there. I got a little sway and a little pull with the folk over there at the Chop Shop.
Hey, and we got Mr. Mark of the Year below me.
Yeah, I was once Mark of the Year.
Oh man, you were Mark. That voting is coming up. Hey, that voting is coming back up. You know, as long as you have some type of morals and honor and don't try to spam the ballot box.
That's what I was saying earlier. We can be goofy from time to time in the group.
Watch out for Mr.
Because you will be in the broom. Look, he will come out of the broom closet on you.
Look, Mr. Broom will come out and handle business, all right? But I think he's down for the count. I handled him. I put him to rest.
Hey, you never know, bro. You may not. You may not handle him. You may not have handled him. He may come back. You never know, because a best 2 out of 3 may end up happening
with some friends.
I mean, look, bro. Hey, if he want to pull up for the 8-man, it ain't like the Iconics ain't ready to be in the real.
Hey, the 4 for 4.
The 4 for 4.
Speaking of that, breakdancing in the Olympics, bro. Did y'all watch it?
Man, get about
it. No. The medal games was good. The bronze medal, we definitely cheated. Old boy from USA he should not have won. He should not have won. She kicks, I think is his name, from Japan. My man was eating him up, stomped the yard. We doing it for Lil Saint. You got served style. It was, and he was like doing poses.
Oh, okay, yeah. They lost me in the first round.
Oh yeah, now they lost me then. But I was waiting for USA basketball to come on, and I turned it on Peacock, and that just so happened to be before basketball. And I seen it, and my man hit the stand where he was like on his arm, and he was like, "Come on," and I was like, "Oh, wow, you get ate up and down." Yeah, it was like that.
I just put up a Facebook status about that. I was like, America, we couldn't find one of the Jabberwockies, somebody from So You Think You Can Dance.
You could have brought Crazy Legs back out there.
How did we create hip hop and lose? Because I don't care what nobody says. A bronze is a loss. I mean, and no disrespect to Trey Lyles.
The fact that we tied for gold medals is ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure out how my man was out there jumping for joy, going crazy, and then ran and he got a bronze medal, and all of a sudden, I had COVID.
And then he don't.
Hey, look.
But okay, whatever.
She pulled a TJ and cut it smooth off. All right, but since we back to Roman,
Lord,
OTC,
dog, we back at it. OTC, man. Coming steps. And that's my thing, Marcus. I thought September at either Bash at Berlin or October in Bad Blood would have made sense, especially Atlanta. That crowd would have ate that up, because if you remember, Mark, we was there, Marcus. That's where Roman returned from leukemia. Atlanta. I would have figured that would have been great, because what are we gonna do 3 months of build for War Games? Like, what are we gonna do with that?
Hey, shout out to Mr. Carlito the Cannon for making WWE's playlist. He was shown quickly, expeditiously on the TV screen on Roman's top returns. And that was when he had leukemia, came back and said he was in remission, y'all. So, shout out to Mr. Carlito the Cannon. Mr. Full time.
That's what we do behind the bell. We does what we does when we does when we does.
There it is.
That's what it is. There it is. Look, it's been a minute. But okay. He came out. I don't know why they even tried to sell it as if he was gonna do anything other than attack Solo, but the announcement, they're doing their job. But it's like, remember when Bobby Heenan was like, when Hogan came out, who fight is he on? Like, it's like, we know what Roman's coming out to do, because realistically, Solo has gotten very disrespectful these last couple weeks. And to Roman Reigns, if you want to show up, I'm like, dog, who are? Like,
but
I know who you
are. That gave it away too, though.
It did.
Like,
it did.
The promo package gave it away too because it had the Roman. It was like dude, like the heartbeat of Roman pop out. I was like, he coming back tonight. He coming back tonight.
You know what though, and actually, the move to USA and Netflix getting Raw in January, because they're not getting Raw till January.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was saying. It's you don't want to do it too early because you know that's going to create a bidding war. Raw is going to want Roman.
Yep.
Raw, especially for Netflix, they're going to want Roman, but SmackDown needs him too. Like we've seen where the ratings have gone since our tribal chief went on hiatus. They're not bad at all, but they're not pre-Mania numbers.
They said the last SmackDown got like 2.2 million or something like that.
Because wait, when he came back.
Yeah.
Because it's Roman. Like 1.8 is not 2.2. You know what I mean? Like exactly. Cody and them do what they can, but it ain't 2.2.
Your 7-year-old what?
His 7-year-old terrorist. So I'm guessing that's his niece. I'm gonna venture to guess and say his niece because I don't think Marcus has any kids.
It better not be a real terrorist.
For real, especially not Atlanta. You know what? And speaking of Atlanta and terrorism, I remember I went to Survivor Series 2017 when they crowned the new world champion. When Roman won his first world title.
Oh yeah.
Half of the arena didn't show up because there was a rumored terrorist attack supposed to happen that same night at the arena.
See,
damn.
But I'm a real one. Like, and I was missing my tribal chief being crowned for the first time ever. It wasn't going to happen.
He said, bomb or not, I'm in there.
If my last view would have been my tribal chief winning the WWE championship, that just would have been my last view that night.
Hashtag real fans. No bandwagons over here.
Yes, no.
But Roman comes out, hits us with probably the cleanest Superman punch we've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But the loudest. Ooh,
yeah.
We have ever heard.
I'm mad the cameraman got in them darn wet. No, it was Solo. It wasn't the cameraman. It was Solo. Solo messed up the shot.
He messed up the shot.
He ain't know.
Hey, but
he did, and he's still kind of green, you know, and we're gonna talk about the SummerSlam card as a whole because a lot deserves to be talked about. But we're focusing on the OTC coming right now for SummerSlam because
phenomenal.
As of me, and I can only speak for me, I'm gonna ask y'all. I've been a Roman fan since Leaki. I was a Roman fan in NXT with Mr. Big Watch. I was a Roman fan with the Shield. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. I was a Big Dog fan. I was a This Is My Yard fan. I was the night after he beat Undertaker and they booed him so bad that he didn't get to say but 3 words. I've been a Roman fan since the beginning.
Since Suckering Succotash.
I was a Roman fan for Suckering Succotash. Seeing the We Want Roman chants definitely put it in perspective for me, but hearing the ovation and watching the way that he used to say, I got them right here.
I made a boy cry.
It's vindication for me being a Roman fan because I've been waiting for this day for years. Like, y'all remember how bad it used to be. Like, they used to have to mute portions of the crowd because they were booing him so bad. So to see where he is now, how do y'all feel about it?
Man, I like you said, just going through the motions of like watching his growth all the way up to where he's at now.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's emotional because you think that you would never see it, but you got it, and it's like it was worthwhile, it was worth the wait because it's all natural love. Like he came out, though, in a sense, and especially with everything he's been through in the last couple of months, especially with losing his dad and finding his way back. I think that was a crowning moment coming out to all the love. Like you could tell it was like emotional.
It was that. You like that?
That was dope. That was dope.
I found it out the other day and I was like,
it's not doing
oh, we got a new joint. Yeah, you like that. I was waiting to use it. I have been waiting to use it for a minute, bro.
Y'all get to do that. Me and Black just sit over here in darkness.
I wish again. I don't know why. StreamYard is wild because if I hit it don't do it no more. Oh, there it goes.
He got that Cody Pyro budget.
No, that was a.
You're welcome for that,
I think that was a Batista Pyro budget. No, seriously. Shout out to Mr. 211. If you've ever used hashtag Cody Pyro budget, you got that from Mr. 211.
You did.
And
I ain't ate for 2 years because of it.
And it was only 57,000 in the building. So to hear them get that loud for Roman, Black, you know what, Black? And that's a really good question for you because you've seen both sides and how polarizing a superstar can be. You came up during the Hulkamania era where Hulkamania was running wild, and then you saw Hollywood Hogan, boo, and then you saw when he returned back to, because you remember Nitro when he returned back to yellow and red, and it went crazy. Yeah. But then when he came back to WWE and did the switch again, how does it look for you with Roman and where they've come from booing this man? They used to boo this man so bad they booed The Rock just for standing next to him.
But see, the thing about Hogan was he didn't really. I mean, when I came around, I didn't ever knew him to get booed. He was always cheating.
Okay,
you know
so you weren't used to the WCW.
So I didn't know that prior to we're talking about AWA Hogan. Then we're talking about Continental Wrestling Association.
Thunderlips
Hogan. When Hogan, when Jimmy Hart was his manager, when Freddie Blassie was his manager. See, I didn't know that Hogan. I knew the Hogan that beat the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden in 1984.
Oh, so you came in at the height of Hulkamania.
I came in at the height of Hogan. So understand.
That's tough.
That's all I do.
And I don't think we'll ever see that again.
Ever.
And even though I saw him as Thunderlips, okay, he got booed then, but that was a movie.
Yeah.
I still didn't know him as that guy.
Right.
So through the years, the only time that I really saw him get booed was in WCW right before he went Hollywood. He got booed for a minute. Now,
okay, that's a good point. Okay.
And at that point, it was kind of like, at this point, I'm grown, and now I'm kind of like, that yellow and red gimmick kind of going stale now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you need to find something new. You need to find another gear, and that's the gear he found. At Bash at the Beach, and all that did was he evolved, and it made him even more famous. But I will say this: when you go from being cheered the way he was cheered to being booed, then getting cheered again as being a bad guy and being cool.
Right.
To now you get to what was that? I think that was the Bash at the Beach where that whole Russo and Jeff Jarrett Booker T situation happened. You get to that, to him coming back to WWE with the NWO. But I will say this, probably the biggest pop that I ever heard for Hogan was the night in Canada.
Montreal, yeah.
Montreal. That was the night when they would not stop cheering for dude. Dude couldn't even talk. He couldn't even get nothing out. That's probably the biggest pop I've ever heard Hogan really, truly have. You know what I'm saying? But so I can't. Is it polarizing? Yeah. You know what I mean? For Roman, like now, like really just it's like full circle for him, for Roman, like, hey, I'm here now. You know what I mean? I'm getting that love that I'm, that I've been, I ain't gonna say he's been wanting, but he's definitely been needing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like he's finally gotten to that place where we all.
Yeah, I agree, Marcus. You're right about that. You'll never see. Yeah, you didn't get in at that time.
You ain't get the DVD, Bree? The Spectacular Story of the AWA? Come on now. But what was I saying?
Yeah, Bree. He was a heel. He had Jimmy Hart was his manager in Memphis, and then Freddie Blassie for a minute when he was in the WWF. That's when he fought Andre. He fought Andre the Giant back then. And he lost, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really, it wasn't that WrestleMania 3 matchup, you know what I mean? It wasn't that feel, but he fought Giant before. But if you didn't know,
it was
you
before
would think, oh my God, this is the first time that they wrestled.
Right.
But really, they wrestled in the past, but he was a heel. Yeah.
And he was moving. Hey.
And AWA was really the quiet as kept. AWA was really back at Shea Stadium. Yep. AWA was really the start of Hulkamania, honestly. Yeah. When he should have won the belt against Nick Bockwinkel. See, AWA dropped the ball right there. And that's what opened the door for Vince to come in, take him, and actually take that momentum and bring it into WWE. I mean, WWF at the time.
Skyrocketed in.
Yep.
I said, but what you, TJ?
Yes.
211?
Oh well, yeah. You ever try on a bunch of shoes and you ain't got the right one, and then you get the right one? That's how I feel about Roman. You know what I'm saying? He had the big dog and all the iterations that Carlito was talking about, but we knew he was gonna get to this point. We just didn't know what it was gonna look like.
True.
And that turned into the Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't dislike Roman, but I didn't overly like him. You know what I'm saying? Until he got his big boy on. It was just like, hey, yo, I run this. You know what I'm saying? Tribal Chief, this is me. You remember that promo where he was like, this is my camera. Y'all can't mess with me.
Yep.
Like,
hey, good camera work just now. Good way to shake the cat. Look, I like that. I like that.
But yeah, that joke was gangster. I was just like, hey, this is, not to use the Rock phrase, but this is like Final Boss Roman. You know what I'm saying? And
it did give Final Boss.
We don't know where it's going to go, but we know it's going to be fun to watch. Yeah. So when he came back the other day, I was just like,
thank you.
I was clapping like when David Ruffin interrupted the Temptations in the movie and ran off the stage.
Hey.
That's what Roman's saying to them boys now. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of fake imitation bloodline without Roman Reigns.
Hey, look.
Nobody here to see you solo.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody look.
Solo.
Hey,
I'm the one selling the records.
Tonga Lower, I don't know what he got going on, man. Shoot, he just gonna be the comedic actor of the new bloodline. He gonna be the Jimmy of the bloodline, but worse.
Tonga Lower, the new Titus.
Hey, swear.
Hey, sis.
Hey, sis, swear. Hey, I think the Thunderdome birthed the Roman that we wanted, that we needed, but it also cultivated so many talents to push forward. And Roman just dominated the Thunder. I think just being in the Thunderdome, it was such a hard place to be because you had no fans, you had no reactions. You got NXT talent in the crowd, yeah, woo, and it's so cringy. And they was like, yeah, this is a little weird. Let's pull that back. And you had to really focus in, lock in on your character. I know Roman's talked about it multiple times, how he just intertwines into going different movies and just kind of building his character from that kind of mafia feel. Like Roman just had that, like that no hold bar mafia. You owe me money, and if you don't give me my money, I'm gonna break your face, I'm gonna break your ankles, I'm gonna break your fingers, I'm gonna take everything from you because I am him, not Carmelo Hayes, but I am him. And I think Roman truly, he understood the assignment. He understood where he needed to go. He was given the tools and the leeway to take advantage of his environment. And I think when he did that and he was given the freedom, like he wasn't given the freedom before, but once he was given the freedom to be you, to lock in, man, the sky was the limit. And it was up from there.
And we can't even predict what he's going to do next.
You know, I can predict it. He going to whoop Solo ass.
Okay, that, you know what I'm saying? But as far as character,
yeah, I agree, Marcus. You're right about that.
And it's crazy. And it's crazy, like even the cancer situation, it kind of put him over, but then again, it didn't because they turned right back on him. And I think that was the most emotional and sad part of it all. But then that's how you wake up the savage inside. It's like, yo, you booed me not even a couple of weeks, months after I said I was in remission from cancer. And I get booed out the building. This is the thanks I get. I sacrifice myself, my body to please y'all. And this is where we at.
Yeah.
Lock in.
Thanks. That's right. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go grab me a couple more libations.
No free, no free promotion. No free promotion.
Look, you see, it was a flash of the label. I didn't put
water. Line up the last year.
But,
I mean, y'all know what I'm drinking.
We know what you're doing. We know what you're drinking. Like there's nothing else. But no, y'all are absolutely right. I agree with the Thunderdome giving us the Roman that we needed. I definitely agree with this sentiment. Hearing Roman talk naturally, because that was always the thing we also had to look at, was during the time of Vince McMahon booking him solely as Vince booking him, Vince was still in control of the promos.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not just the suffering succotashes. It's when Cena ate him up and down.
Bad.
It's when Seth would come out and go nuts on him. Like there was so much that was happening. And it was just like, I don't want to say we knew that there was more Roman, but it was like y'all are not giving him enough opportunity to show something. You had to want, like, I felt like there was a need inside me to see if there was more Roman. I was just like, there's got to be something that we not seeing, because there's no way the dude has, because he has the charisma and the magnetism without talking. Like when he comes out and you see him, he looks like a WWE superstar. Yes. I'm gonna be honest. I'm afraid for, like, you know how when this ends, like, and I mean like it's over, completely over. Like, you know how they're gonna give us the retrospective? It's gonna be like a Dragon Ball Z saga where they're gonna have to release a collective DVD and Peacock and Netflix special to talk about where we got from Roman to the tribal chief.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be it's gonna be massive. Like I've tried to watch the YouTube playlist stuff from like the Bloodline, and it's like 7 hours of stuff, and I'm just like, and that's not in the full everything.
It's got to be better than Undertaker's last ride.
It's got to be.
It's gotta be.
Ooh, yes.
It's got to be
because there's so much volume to it. Like we have to look at. We gotta, because I'm gonna be honest. How much do y'all really remember about Roman versus Jay, the first chapter, and getting Jimmy involved? Like I went back and started watching. I was like, I forgot this happened.
Yeah.
Well, because so much happened in between it. Like you got layers on top of layers. It's like peeling the onion back. You got so much story. You got so much family ties into this that you go to the psychological breakdown of not only Roman, Jay, Jimmy. You got multiple people involved. From Sammy, like you, bro, it is like,
bro, Roman been pledging. Look, Roman, they hate that man for years.
Hey, facts. Hey, he been taking beatings. Hey, he been look when you. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think the worst thing is like when you are suspected to be catapulted as a top star, but then you get dog food put on you, bro. Like,
bro, you remember the Corbin dog food saga?
I'd have left.
I said, bro, what?
Man, it was
I ain't
awful,
gonna lie.
man.
I might have would have told Vince this may be my ending points. Like I may be.
I'm about the big dog, but you ain't about to. Ain't no
seriously,
way.
Seriously, nah. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. We're at, you know where we're at, and I feel like I've said this before. You remember when your grandma used to watch soap operas and it was can't miss? Make sure you set my PCR. That's where we're at. Because when's the last time you have been that excited? And we're gonna move on. When's the last time you've been that excited to tune into a Raw and a SmackDown, and it be, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and get off work so I can watch Raw and SmackDown this week. Like it was really crazy how crazy it was.
You felt the aura through the screen.
Yeah. But she's right. I don't want to think about it ending. We know all good things must come to an end, but we got at least, when Paul Heyman, and I've said this multiple times, when Paul Heyman said we're in the bottom of the third, and people was like, man, whatever.
Hey, we just did. Hey, look, us as fans, we did not know. We wasn't being real fans. We was being look.
None of them.
We didn't want steaks. We didn't look. We just wanted hot dogs. We wanted the beef ranks. The Carolina Pride bologna.
Give me my filet mignon.
Give me my steak that's cooked. Yeah. Look, I don't want well done. I want a little bit of flavor on it. I want something.
He was whipping on Jay. But it's crazy because think about whipping on Jay, Jimmy coming back.
Yep.
Jay joining, Jimmy not wanting to joining, Jimmy joining, winning the tag titles, then becoming the Bloodline, the Lesnar saga. The long stretch of bringing Sammy along and in, and then Sammy actually getting in, but Jay hating it. Then War Games and Sammy being in. Y'all remember how hyped we were for the trial of Sami Zayn?
Hey, swear it got delayed, then we came back with it. I'm like, bro,
they gave us a whole hour of promo work at the beginning of a Raw, and we was all sitting there.
Solo,
right? Opportunity after opportunity, and this is how you repay me. It's Solo, man.
And then look, Jimmy said, and we was like, oh. And then you got the Rumble,
cinema, baby,
and then you got Elimination Chamber, then Mania, and I was like, well, darn, Mania's here. And then they was like, no, y'all think we done at Mania? No. We're gonna keep it going. And we kept it pushing. And it was just like, it's crazy how hard. But whooping on Jay is nasty work because he beat the dog out of Jay for a good couple of weeks. It was like that big brother, like, shut up. And now you like, okay, I'm gonna fall in line. Nah, Baltimore Raw was wild and be like,
hey.
Yeah, nah, you right. No, the NWO is crazy because I still to this day think Sting versus the NWO is the greatest storyline I've ever seen.
That's it.
But it's
it.
It's only because this has not finished yet. Once this finishes, it's the bloodline. But that 13 to 14 months was, and I think a lot of people still have to remember we gotta look at it in terms of when it happened versus when this is happening. That NWO Sting storyline was cinema.
Yeah.
Like how they played and portrayed Sting, him facing his back to the camera during that promo and not talking to the audience or talking to the camera at all, into the fake Sting, into saving during War Games, into the Krew, into still uncensored 97 when he finally chose a side, which I was there for. One of the greatest nights of my life. All the way up until the We Want Hogan, and then of course Starrcade happens. But that 15 months was crazy. It was crazy. But this bloodline thing is scary. But that's not all that happened in SummerSlam. Cody got the win.
I watched that jump yesterday.
Oh, no, seriously. I never want to see you wear another bloodline shirt.
Yeah, the Uzi
never
shirt.
want to wear our shirt again.
Not feeling Uzi.
I got to watch my bloodline breaks every now and then to get a good laugh.
Just to get a good laugh. Because I'm sorry, but when Sammy when he was backstage talking to Jimmy and Solo, he was like, we were in the club and we were dancing. And the fire happened. And my friend was like, where's my dog? And Sammy was like, my dog, I'm right here. And Jimmy started out and Solo was like,
hey, I like the one.
I died every time. Wait, which one, Black? Which one?
I like the one when he's like, yeah. No, not that one. He like, yeah, we like to go to the Waffle House.
And Jimmy said,
they perked up.
Yeah.
Jay said,
yeah.
Waffle House?
Yeah. He started smiling.
Yeah. He ain't even rocked with Sammy yet. But when he said Waffle House, Jay said,
sure did.
Yeah, he perked up, had that smile.
He perked up. Look, he perk angled.
Hey, but since we talk about rocking, since y'all rocking with y'all boys, make sure y'all hit us below. Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, show us some love on the BTB Beyond the Bell podcast page on IG, X, soon to be Threads. Go to our long behind IG names, whatever you want to call it, because we in this beast.
Sorry, but now there's just been so much bloodline stuff that it's like, okay. But I also look at it like this, bro. It was crazy that it was so wrestling central for so long, and then it slowed down a little bit, and now it's picked back up, and now it's the centerpiece story again. Roman helping Cody was major, but this was my thing right here. The subtle signs that you don't even think about. Because we, for so long, had finished the story, drilled in our heads. Finish the story. We never even thought about the rubber match. Because there has to be a rubber match.
Has to be.
Roman won, Cody won. Who's the better man? Like, we kept hearing finish the story that when he finally beat Roman, we thought,
that's it.
The story's finished. No.
That was just for his sake.
And Cody did this. When Cody wore the belt, he did this, and he tapped the belt with 3 fingers to let Roman know, when you ready, I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's not over. Roman smiling back at Cody after he helped Cody retain. There's more there. Because we get tweener Roman right now, but we know what he wants. He don't just want the Unifala. He don't just want it. He want, and this is my Unifala, yo. Shout out to Team USA bringing back the gold medal on 8/10/24, Mr. Kobe Bryant Day. Gotta love it. He don't just want that Unifala back. He wants that back.
That guy.
Well, not that one.
He want that one.
He want that guy back.
He want that one back.
He want the one with the black.
You heard what the
man. No, he want that one. He want that one.
Or does he want that one?
I don't know. Wait, which one? Wait, you talking about that one?
Yeah, that one. Yep.
I don't know what? I mean, Roman is world heavyweight champ while Cody is undisputed.
Understand something. Let's not forget when he was champion, he walked by that Joker and he
looked at it like
even though he said it was a consolation prize.
But he looked at it.
On his shoulder, it's not. But there's still so much more, and that's why this bloodline thing is amazing, because it's not just bloodline related. Jacob Fatu got hurt during the match. I've seen reports that it was a work for Jacob Fatu to stay away from Roman Reigns right now, which is, if so, phenomenal job selling. Jacob Fatu, Chef's kiss is a sell job, brother, because you absolutely murdered the
I don't
sell
believe it.
job on that.
I
thought
don't
he was
believe
hurt.
it. I don't believe. I think he hurt for real.
And seeing the walking boot after, I was like,
when you go
I've
look back
been in one of those. I've been in one of those. I know how it feels to have to.
You saw how his ankle hit the edge of that table, and it said "pop." I can tell you it locked up.
He ain't
said what too?
I said ain't nothing but a big old bruise. He all right.
You never know.
And
but
even if
that's
it was
the
a
case,
work,
but if that's the case, I love that idea of keeping them two separate because it still feeds into the idea that Jacob may be a plant. He may be a mole. Because Hikuleo is still got to come. Like he's still on the way.
And Zilla still got to come.
Shout out to the new
ROW
World Champ, and he won a title in Hog too. I don't know which belt in.
I think
Hog.
House of Glory.
House of Glory. You don't follow House of Glory too?
House of Glory.
Oh, I'm gonna send you that. So wait, Black, didn't Master P?
I thought you were talking about Ring of
Master P
Honor.
buy it?
Yeah, Master P bought
it.
it.
Master P owns it.
Owns what?
House of Glory Wrestling.
Huh.
Is that the one Master P is letting them, but
Scrappy and
he on ICDC college too. Does he still own ICDC?
I think so. It may be.
Ain't a lot of scrapping and wrestling.
There's still a lot song from him, but I know who he is.
There's still a lot left to be had, and Roman may be out here belt collecting. There's a very real possibility. We don't know. Speaking of belts, we got 2 very special interviews dropping this week. One with To the Extreme belt and Simpsons Restoning, the complete custom edition. If you were in the belt hobby, you're not going to want to miss that episode. And then we got an episode with belts by Mr. Dan McMahon himself, the man, the myth, the legend that has created many of the belts that we buy replicas for. So those 2 episodes are coming very soon. Back to SummerSlam because we got to run through that whole card.
Yep. Start at the top. The drama. We need the drama. Come on with the tea.
Did Dom, and remember, and I said this on a prediction.
You did.
I said Dom was going to turn on Rhea. I didn't know when, but I said it was coming, and it just so happened it came at, look, ready. Dirty Dom turned on Mommy.
Did her dirty, baby.
Liv more, and speaking with the other member of the Carolina Wrestling Cartel, Dr. Shaw. Shout out to Dr. Shaw. He would have been here tonight for this episode, but Heads Up for Our Youth was such a central process getting everything taken care of in Greensboro that he's still over there wrapping up with media appearances and everything like that. He told me himself, he was like, I was not looking forward to the Rhea and Liv match. He was like, out of everything on the card, that was the match I kind of cared the least about. And Triple H said, oh, I hear you.
I got
this. And gave us Days of Our Lives, The Bold and the Beautiful, As the World Turns, Young and the Restless, and Guiding Light drama all rolled up into one.
Do not forget Passions.
And Passions.
Do not forget Passions.
And Passions. We saw it coming, but to see it happen was crazy.
Yeah.
Because the announcers sold it well. When he hit us with you can't win the title that way, I was like, well, maybe they aren't going to do it yet, and they're just giving us seeds.
Yep.
Because it looked like it made sense. And then we saw that Oblivion on the chair.
Yeah.
And I was like,
but you know what I'm saying? But it gave you that. Remember that Becky Lynch match? Yep. It was the same scenario.
Scenario. So the question that we're waiting to be discussed is, oh yeah, we got to pull that comment up in a second. Save that one because no, damn it, save it. Save it.
I didn't think it was possible.
I didn't think it was possible. You're right, like it was the same scenario. So how long have they been in cahoots? Because we got to think about it. Since they've even started being around each other, Dom finally beat his father. Finn and JD won the tag titles after him and Damian lost them. She's done more for Judgment Day than Rhea has. Being fair. And I voiced this question. Would you rather be with the person who makes you call her mommy, or would you rather be with the person who begs you to be her daddy?
And just fall all but never mind.
I'm just saying.
Because Dom was falling all in it, baby. Dom
was saying when she hit us with Dom goes for women that looks like me. I was like,
he 2 for 2. Actually,
Dom 2 for 2, bro. That man, this motherfucker don't miss.
His wife
don't miss.
His side piece and his
that man 3 for 3.
And his
that man 3 for
miss.
Look. I know. When I say it that way, you like he did make the right choice because I mean it makes sense. Just saying.
And me and DeAndre said
she gets me.
She does. She look. She said there'll be extra tenders for you, and we will. And he was like, there better be extra tenders or something for me, and she was like, you can get more than that.
She said, I ain't gonna say it on here. You know, we gonna keep it pretty
ma'am.
And look, the Wingstop tenders at that.
Big factual. So look, he likes his tendies and his fries, and she said she got something tender for you.
All I'm gonna say is back in the day, some older person I used to talk to back in the day always said, "Go for the one who likes you, not the one you like."
Exactly. And you know what? That is a perfect point. We got a whole nother comment of hers. This is the perfect point. We got to remember, Rhea turned on Liv when they were tag team.
Yep.
Rhea turned on Liv when they were a tag team, and she put her out.
Just before Judgment Day.
I'm just saying, like, people are acting like Liv is the heel. Rhea's had some get back to get for a long time. And I feel like, and I want to ask Mr. 211, like, you've been hater of the year for the last 2 years with Rhea. What does it feel like to see her get her comeuppance?
I was so happy.
I thought he was gonna say hurt.
No, he hurt.
Rhea ripped. No, what?
That's what
I was so happy. But the thing that made me the happiest is that the turn didn't happen exactly the way everybody thought it would. We thought it would be some sort of outright Dominic doing something to Rhea to cause her to match. They was like, no, he just went over there, picked her up, and kissed her. And I was like,
when Liv and Raquel were tag champs, Rhea messed that up. Like there has been a lot. Hashtag big. I mean, it's just not well defined back shawty because the way she act, you know.
I'm like, where's your muscles?
Where is it at? But no, T, you are absolutely right, bro. Like but it was crazy because when he picked her up, so what was wild was I think, and this is where you can tell he still has a smidgen to learn. When Liv pinned her, he was smiling on camera, and it was like y'all should have saved that smile.
Oh yeah.
When he picked Liv up. That is literally my only anything. Like that's it. But other than that,
I was like, y'all see that smile? Y'all saw
but what's crazy is the kiss has a lot of fans actually like, oh, they got to be together for real. Do y'all say that when y'all watch movies and TV shows? Like, shut up.
Y'all think Dwayne Wade is tired of seeing Gabrielle Union kissing on other
no,
guys?
I mean, I feel like that's actually why Mello and Lala part of why, because she was getting her bust down.
And she was showing it all on
bust down, Tatiana, bust down. I want to see you bust down. Like
I couldn't date an actress and not be an actor.
I could not and not be an actor because I'm gonna get my get back. You have a scene.
It's not the same.
Like shout out to Lala, shout out to Mello.
Yeah, because Lala had a lot of work done. Because y'all remember MTV VJ Lala? That's not the same woman that's on that power screen. I'm just saying.
Hey. Oh, and then Rhea throwing that shoulder back in the socket. I said, oh my God.
When she smacked the table with the shoulder, I was like, okay, she really wants this. Like the match itself was a cinematic masterpiece. Like they did everything that you wanted. You wanted drama, you wanted selling. And that's also the other thing. I don't think Rhea gets enough credit as for how amazing her selling is.
Right.
Especially for her size. Like she made Liv look like $1 million without making herself look overly weak. Like it looked great.
All right, look, answer me a question real quick.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley dislocated her shoulder or popped it out the socket.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Finn Balor that made him give up the universe?
He tore his labrum. Yeah, he tore the labrum. So that was.
I was ready to mad hate it and just be like, her shoulder won't out. That mother, her shoulder won't out.
Nah, but this is the comment I was holding on to. I didn't know it was possible to make Dom even more disliked. Like Dom is like Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, Reign of Terror, Triple H level heels right now.
All rolled into one, and that's
all
crazy.
And it's not booing because he is cool to boo him. They booing because they genuinely dislike this man. Yeah. But just like with Ric Flair,
I swear that's how it started.
It did. But just like Ric Flair back in the day.
But not now. They just really
the men want to be me because the women want to be with me. A lot of men are booing him because they mad that he would live now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dominic Mysterio has come so far before our eyes. It's scary to see that he's still, like I said, I see him being a world champ in 3 years.
That's his storyline, and I can't hardly get a text back.
Dog, you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful I got mine because I heard the dating game is crazy out here. Liv chased that man, and I've never been chased that hard. I was envious. Like she wanted that brother. I've been chased, but I ain't never been chased Liv Morgan hard.
No, I'm saying. Yeah, well, I don't have one of those, Black.
Oh well.
You know, look, we're two. Look, it's the tags. I mean, you about to be 3-on-1 though, because I'm about to get married.
I mean,
that's all right.
Hey, buddy. Look,
we'll get there.
You'll have a chance. Your chance is coming.
Nah, hey fam. Shout out to Black Wrestling Podcast, bro. Nah, they did do the turn smooth though. They did the turn super smooth. I'm enjoying it. I want to see where it goes, but I like this new incarnation of the Judgment Day. That wasn't the only turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good. That wasn't the only turn of the night, and that wasn't the only big moment of the night, because the Prince is back, and he turned on El Campeon. Finn Balor finally turned on Damian Priest. I called that on the pre-show. It's wild, though, because it's like, y'all could have did the turn before Gunther kicked him in the face and made him look like a little punk. Like, Gunther kicked his face smooth off, and he still helped Gunther win the title. I was like, I didn't like that, because we got to remember, for that that NXT UK joint right here, remember, it was supposed to be Finn versus Gunther before COVID hit.
Yeah.
Like, you could have played up on that a little more just to give Finn some type of but you know, that's me being nitpicky. It's wild, because before the night, I still looked at Damian as, I don't want to say a less than champion, because I've been a Damian Priest fan since Punishment Martinez in the Ring of Honor Television Championship. I loved his North American title run. I thought it was too short, but the storyline during COVID happened. Did you just choke?
Oh,
you.
Oh no, I ain't choke. I was just with you trying.
Okay. With the Leon, you remember the Leon Ruff joint when you were complaining they didn't give my man his side plates?
Yeah.
Why are you bringing up trauma, man?
Wow, that's okay.
Sorry. Anyway, and his United States title run was kind of wishy-washy. But I will say this. Wait. You're not gonna be beefing with multiple members on this podcast, ma'am. Like,
we're not gonna do this in public, Ashley.
We're not gonna do that. Wait, time out. First of all. Damn. Well, Mello, if that's the case, then you stupid, because you had a good one. You had a real good one, Mello, and now she is just getting dug out on every television show that she is on. The Shy and Two Different Powers. Like,
man, all over the place.
Passed around the Powerverse.
Passed around the Powerverse. That's that power, Nani.
50 cents.
I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Power Punani. I'm putting that on the shirt. That's wild work. Priest coming into it didn't seem like the bigger or biggest champion, but he seemed like a champion, but not the champion. That performance, he was getting there, but that match with Gunther,
I disagree.
Get out.
I mean, hey, you can disagree. It's a matter of opinion. I just don't feel like he was the number one champion. Like, I just don't. I feel like he was.
But that night he made himself.
That match gave me everything I needed to see from Damian Priest as a champion, because as we've seen and felt with the Booker and Triple H promo, that's what happened with Gunther and Priest. And Priest came in and was like, "You call me street trash, I'm gonna kick you." And he took Gunther to the limit.
Yeah, them boys was throwing them them hammers.
They was throwing them soup bones, bro. Like it was real. And
I think Gunther was like, damn, he kind of hard. It was a couple receipts. It was a couple receipts being thrown.
The judgment thing, the judgment day, man. It's funny because it's like we looking at Rhea and we looking at Damien.
He did drop that belt to Finn. That is right. Jesus. See, there's layers. There's layers. He did. Priest did drop that title to Finn, so that may be something else to be explored. And we got to talk about what happened on Raw too, because I don't like how Triple H seems to do that with every person who loses a belt. But we'll talk about that in a second.
Actually, no.
But it's funny how
skipping that one.
If we really look at it, man, it's like they were the first two in and they the first two out.
First two in, first two out.
But they was always the closest. They was always the closest out of the group.
Yep.
They've been Ace Boom Coon for God knows how long. And kind of like Marcus said, like, you know, the champ sometimes is the focus, but then it doesn't become the focus because it's always about who's next. It's about the next.
It is. Unfortunately, that's like everybody's looking past Cody now to see who's next. Like, that's the thing. With Gunther, they were looking past Gunther's 600+ day reign. Swerve, the champ ain't the focus. Like, it's crazy. But it's crazy, though, because it wasn't. I mean, it was, but it wasn't with Roman. You were just enamored with Roman. But, I mean, it's been a while since we've had a champion that where you're focused on you're the champion. Oh yeah, look, that's facts. That's they get back for kicking Edge out.
Yeah,
but then again, true. But then I got to shout out. You got to shout out Edge because the fact that his job is done.
His job is done. It was to get the Judgment Day over and to get people reinterested in Finn Balor and to get people to care about Damian Priest. Job accomplished. Priest came out of that. Gunther went over, but Priest got over because that ovation on Monday night and the crowd and calling the crowd his family. Priest is a baby face now. And the baby face they want him to be.
And that goes back to what we talked about, you know, in the chop shop. You don't have to win to get over.
You don't. You do not.
Scared myself.
Y'all seen Priest WWE 24?
No, I have not watched it. I'm saving it. I wanted to save it for like a time when I have nothing to do so I can focus solely on it.
Yeah. No.
I think that probably helped him get over as well because I've heard nothing but great things from it.
I mean, Taker loves him. Taker stands by him. Like, I've never heard Taker actually go off and try and get somebody over the way he talks about Priest. I love it.
Because he's next up. He's that guy that, I mean, he doesn't have to be the phenom. He doesn't have to do all the scary, you know, ghosts.
Don't they call him the LGBTQ Taker?
Hey, we're not even going there. He's not even nowhere close near that. But hey,
man, that's what they call him, man. Like I said, I don't like the finish. I did not like Finn helping Gunther by putting his foot on the rope. Like, leave that story for the next portion of the story. After you just kicked me in my face, no. Like, no matter how mad I am at Priest, but they did phenomenal in the storytelling by having Priest reach out and grab, and that's what cost him wanting to try and get Finn and taking his eye off the prize being the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther wins the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Well deserved. You got it right. We were thinking it was Bash at Berlin.
Nope.
We're at SummerSlam, a big four moment. Well deserved. Looking forward to seeing what he can do with that title. It looks good on him.
I hope he do the same thing he did with the Intercontinental.
Oh, I do too.
Just talk about it a certain way where you just like, hey, he owns something.
So they've done the math. Gunther has been a champion for 76% of his WWE career, dating all the way back to NXT UK.
That is
crazy.
He has a miraculous win-loss record. Like his
he only has like 5 losses?
Pretty much.
4, maybe 4 or 5. It's crazy.
We're not counting house shows, y'all. You know.
No, not counting house shows. He's lost to Ilya. Look. If what I'm hearing is true, poor Walter. I wonder how aggravated Keith Lee gets by getting tagged in that tweet now, bro. You know he got to be tired
every day,
24/7.
Because that's. I mean, I would. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I did it once. like, you know.
If I see him on the street, that's the first thing I'm yelling at.
No, for real.
You about that Walter, bro?
I did it when he and Swerve lost the tag titles. I was like, man, if what I'm hearing is true, poor Walter.
Hey, but I mean,
Ilya, Braun, and Sammy. He's lost 3. He's lost 3. He only has 3 losses.
Even to speak on it, like,
did he? Oh, we got to go find that. If he responded to it, we got to go find that.
Kind of where Gunther's, or Walter, for better term, like the way that people, they were so upset, like, oh, this is going to be a bad change. He's not going to be the person that he needs to be, but he's proven everybody everything wrong. He's transitioned from NXT UK to the main roster. NXT, he's made it.
Taker needs to stay retired. I don't want that.
He's made it tremendously open to the world that he's going to be the best. He steps into the ring.
I want to be the very best. No one ever.
The fact that Gunther takes this so seriously, he respects the ring. He respects his opponents. He, like, to me, I think Michael Cole said it. It was Corey Graves. He said it's a pleasure and a privilege to call Gunther's matches, and it truly is. And he shows why day in and day out, why he's the top. He's one of the top guys.
And it's crazy because he's gotten over the strong style, like, on the main roster. Because that was always the question, was, can that translate to a main roster main champion? Gunther matches are entertaining. That was and that was the thing about this SummerSlam for me. Wade Barrett said it at post-show. I agree with it. This was probably the best in-ring SummerSlam ever.
Most definitely.
Because everybody either had their best, somebody in a match had their best showing or their best storyline or their best match moment last Saturday night.
But all of them was coming to a close. All of it was closing all the stories.
Yeah.
But Trips can't do that every time.
And starting new chapters of it.
Now, Trips can't wait. I think that's the only thing I would say with Trips. And I know we talked about it. This definitely was one of his unforgettable big fours. But he can't book himself always into putting the close out the stories at these big four shows.
At big fours. Some stuff has to be closed out at some of these international PLE big moment match types. Gunther is World Heavyweight Champ. Braun Breaker in 5 minutes and 34 seconds, 34 seconds, destroys Sami Zayn. Love the story.
Supposed to be a 10-minute match, though. But...
No, love it. I don't want the 10-minute match because the 10-minute match is just a 10-minute beatdown. And you don't have to do the beatdown because of what he said. He said, Money in the Bank, I took you for a joke. I thought you were a comedy gig. You caught me off guard. I didn't take you serious, and I took my off-the-ball rookie mistake. Braun went in there, wrecked shop, won the belt.
Weak knees.
That's all you need.
Wait, who is weak?
And went home.
5
minutes, beat him down, left.
She's talking about Seth.
No, she's talking about Mark.
Oh.
Calloway. Braun destroys Sami Zayn, new Intercontinental Champion at a Big Four. Best moment possible. I called that in the pre-show. That's why they didn't do it at Money in the Bank, because it's not a Big Five. I don't care what nobody says. Money in the Bank is not a Big Five show. There's only 4 pay-per-views that really, really, truly matter. It definitely made sense that he knew everything that Sammy was gonna do, so he cut him off at the gate and wrecked shop and did done with it. And that was it. I loved it. I heard, like you said, they said 10 minutes. I don't know if you could have done more in 10 minutes that would have made a difference, though. And now come this Monday, you got the best 2 out of 3 falls because, once again, you got a rubber match. Makes sense. It only makes sense.
But why not have that at Bash? Or unless you're going to do Ilya versus Braun at Bash?
I think you're going to bring Ilya out. It's going to be an international kind of thing. And I think Braun probably does what I said should have happened last pay-per-view. He wins the match, goes crazy, does not stop beating Sammy down, and then Ilya comes and saves him. But that's and no disrespect to Braun. Huh?
Say they're going 2 out of 3 falls tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Best 2 out of 3 falls on Raw. Which is crazy because we haven't had a 2 out of 3 falls in Raw in a while.
Very long.
No disrespect to Braun, no disrespect to Sammy. I mean, y'all know I don't really care about Sammy anyway. I didn't care about his run. That's not the mid-card title that matters. That was won at SummerSlam. Yeah.
No.
My dad couldn't stop saying that for about 15 minutes.
A little too late, but I did call it at Survivor Series last year. A little too late, in my opinion. Could have been done at WrestleMania. But the thing that we all wanted to see is finally happened, and that is Eli Drake, a.k.a. LA Knight, a.k.a. Mr. Yeah. Max Championship Gold. Max Dupree.
Dang.
Is it the right
Got
belt?
all about Max Dupree.
Is it the right belt?
Yes.
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 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're cool with it being the mid-card title first, possibly maybe one day elevating up to a WWE or a World Heavyweight Championship run.
Yeah.
It's going to be a minute.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute, but it was too top heavy to put him up there because he wasn't gonna have a long.
Hashtag yeah. I love the match. Shout out to Logan Paul, the best celebrity wrestler on the planet. There is no other option. Bad Bunny's great. He's second.
Second best.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee is great. He's fourth. He's
Third.
behind Stephen Amell. I got him behind Stephen Amell.
Oh, yeah. I'll be forgetting about him.
People forget about Arrow. Arrow can go in the ring.
Y'all forget about Snooki.
What about Scrappy?
You know what? Scrappy and Stevie J are honorable mentions because
they go hard though.
They go hard down there in Texas. They're better than Lawrence Taylor and Snooki and Jay Wow and who?
Kevin Federline.
Jay Wow was a wrestler.
Federline. Yeah, Jay Wow wrestled in TNA.
Oh,
yeah.
That ain't came up on the Roku channel yet.
Look, not yet. It's definitely dope to
Maria
see.
Menounos almost.
Yeah, she wrestled at WrestleMania.
Maria Menounos.
Yeah, she had a match at Mania.
Money.
It's great to see, and I love how they keep showing how the training moment evolved into the match springboard Acai moonsault because it lets you know he's putting in work outside this ring.
Yeah, and he said, "I'll never do it again."
Oh yeah,
he told Taker. He said, "Yeah, nah."
I don't mind. Save that for a big four now.
But smart ring IQ for having the ref, having the ref go up there,
have the ref
play it off. Like it wasn't even noticeable at all. And you just have that ring IQ. Like, hey, this is coming up, and you don't make it noticeable at all. Everybody's so locked into the match, you don't know what's coming next, and he seizes to amaze you. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna have a Shawn Michaels entrance. He was gonna like zip line in, but I know
he's already done that, so there was no point.
But it's hometown.
So
yeah, no.
If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it in your hometown.
No, you know what I was actually expecting for him to do, and I'm not gonna lie.
Skydive.
Not sky. I thought he was gonna bring the Sting entrance back with the helicopter zip line.
Oh yeah.
Down. I thought he would have done something like that. I did, but MGK was a nice surprise. It was cool.
If I never see MGK again, it'll be too soon.
It'll be too soon. Whoever came up with that saying is hilarious. So you're saying if you never see somebody ever again, that'll be too soon? Like whoever said that, they pissed them off.
Yeah,
come up with that.
It's like that Boondocks line. What did he do to make them so mad?
Logan,
I tell you, MGK, you exist. You exist. That's what made me mad.
Yeah, Logan's credentials can no longer be challenged by anybody because once again, that was LA Knight's best match on the roster since he's come up. That was one of Logan's. Logan has a great match every time he goes out though. So, because the moonsault spot scared me a little bit with the knee, and LA said, "I'm gonna stop selling right now. I'm gonna go check on this."
Because how he flipped over. You good? All right, cool.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That spot is probably number one, and his number two spot is when they was Crown Jewel and he did the kind of Superman Avengers punch off the rope against Roman.
Was it that one, or I was actually going to go to Ricochet, Royal Rumble match?
I was going to say
Royal Rumble spot. That's number two.
Royal Rumble spot number two. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. I look at it like this. The only thing I didn't like about that match was the brass knuckle spot. I feel like he shouldn't have been able to get a shot off on him. I think if you were going to involve Jelly Roll, which you ended up doing later, you could have involved Jelly Roll then.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the fact that he actually hit LA Knight with brass knuckles. It don't matter if you've never been hit with brass knuckles. Trust me, you get discombobulated no matter how they tap you.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was able to turn that into a blunt force trauma, which was a great finishing spot.
It was
the somersault clothesline into the it was dope. I'm happy for the dude. Like he said, it don't matter about beating Logan Paul in Cleveland to him. He just wanted the title. He came and did what he said he was going to do. He got it. LA Knight is your new U.S. champ. I look forward to seeing him versus AJ Styles.
Andrade.
Who else?
Andrade.
I'm fine with him getting I'm fine with him and Carmelo Hayes. I'm fine with him and
Montez.
And that's also crazy because the parallels of Braun and him winning the title same night. Y'all remember who Braun's first match was against?
Yeah.
LA Knight in NXT. That was Braun's first win. So the parallels of them standing side by side, winning gold at a Big Four pay-per-view event is amazing. That lets you know where we've come from 2.0.
Yep. 2.0. We've come a long
way. Nia Jax did what I said was gonna happen.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, just to kind of start that off, I did not think.
I don't think so. I think that was always planned.
That was already planned.
Yeah, I think that was already planned. And especially with it being in Logan's hometown, I definitely think that played along with it. I don't think that had anything.
You got the hometown hoe out.
Yeah, Logan. I mean, y'all know they love the hometown hoe out. That's the thing.
Logan's controversial.
Yeah, it is. That's an epic picture. That's definitely an epic picture. What were you about to say though, Trigger?
At first, going into it, and I hate always thinking like this, I did not take away that it was going to be much from out of the Nia and Bayley match. I thought it was going to be like a bathroom break match. Because initially it started off kind of,
as Bayley matches tend to do.
But then they started snapping.
Was it itching, bro?
What?
Your ear.
Oh, I mean, you know.
Oh man. It started cooking. Which is that a Nia thing or is that a Bayley thing? Like, because Nia has history of going into longer matches, but Bayley's done the hour matches. Like, was that like a?
I think it was both. I think it was like let it build up, let it cook, let them get like to build up, like not tire out too quickly, and then move into it.
Okay.
So they really started snapping like midway through,
and then they didn't lose it. Nia with the 3 annihilators, though.
Boy,
yeah,
I loved it. There was
it looked great.
Thing about Nia that I like these days is that like she fills the dull time. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll slap her booty or something. She'll yell at you. She'll do the twerking dance or something like that. It's like if she need a second or two, or if the other wrestler in the ring with her need a second or two, she gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she picked that up in her time off.
I think it was the release, and I think
it's a beautiful thing to watch, and it makes. I've always liked Nia Jax, but it makes her matches kind of more fun to watch.
Yeah.
She has great matches. She has great matches in this run.
This is her best. I don't think we've seen somebody get released and come back as great as she did this time. Like I can't think of somebody who's gotten released, come back and been so much better, except maybe Drew.
Yeah,
Drew.
Maybe Drew. But
the only reason I would disagree with that is because Drew got released at a different time than Nia Jax did.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm not completely disagreeing. But like of the people that Nia Jax got released with and came back.
I just mean in terms of being released and coming back.
No.
Like the chosen one, his matches were boring. Y'all just liked him because y'all like that whack theme song, which I'm never gonna like that. I am never gonna like that theme song. I think it's overrated and y'all overhype it. But that Drew that got released is not
trash.
It is. It's trash. It's butt pee.
I'm looking dead in double pack of ass.
There it goes. Hashtag double pack up. I definitely though think in terms of someone who came back and can genuinely say they got better, because remember she was supposed to be like the head of that AOP organization they were supposed to be starting overseas. AOP was supposed to start up a whole wrestling company.
Miserably.
That failed. Oh, you didn't even know that too? Yeah. So AOP was gonna start an organization, and they had a star-studded card for their first event,
and it shut down so bad.
And then and then one of them got hurt. And then Triple H signed him and brought him back, and then you heard nothing else.
Wow.
Never mind, I'm out. They're like, we'll go ahead and cut ties on that.
Wow.
AOP was supposed to be its own wrestling company.
Yep, they were gonna get they started their own wrestling company. I definitely think that Nia is the champion we need right now after that lackluster Bayley run.
Where?
Because and I feel like it's gonna happen, but you got to revisit the Jade match. You got to revisit Bianca and her being beat at Queen of the Ring. You got to revisit. I mean,
It's a made her pee her pants.
Yeah, look, that needs to be a part of the story. Oh Jesus!
What are you doing?
Hey, y'all gonna stop hating on Karrion Kross, bro?
No, I agree with Ashley on this one.
Do you?
Cross ain't crossing, baby.
Final Testament just ain't it, bro. I would have preferred to have seen him and either Baron Corbin or Dijak as a tag team.
I'm so upset for Cross because I really had high hopes for him, bro.
Yeah.
Like to come back and get in the program with Roman as your first interaction and don't take it nowhere.
That lets you know. I do.
I do. Respectfully, I do.
All the only ones. I'm with Ashley on this.
He's very artistic, but he's overly artistic to the point that a lot of people don't care.
I'm so glad I thought you had said the other A word. I was about to say, oh, wow.
Oh no, I ain't. I won't say.
I was about to say, wow. So he's all. I thought you were saying he was a little slow.
No.
Look, you enunciated excellently because I was like, oh, wow.
You have enough of these. You learn how to do it.
It's just that Final Testament isn't doing because he's defeated 7 former world champs. It don't feel like it because Final Testament don't seem like nothing. But we're gonna mention that on the Raw Rewind that we're gonna fly through because something major happened Monday that nobody was expecting to happen. Glad it happened, but it opens the door for something else. Right. Yeah, I know, right? Why do I feel like I'm missing a match?
CM Punk and Drew.
Punk and Drew. Yeah. That's why I missed it because like part of me was it the match we were looking for it to be in terms of how long they've been building this story?
I personally would say yeah because I knew you don't want to risk CM Punk getting re-injured going out the gate in this match. You already know it was going to be kind of a hard fight.
That was really good.
So basically a handicap match.
Like
pretty much just kind of let him work and give him an opportunity to see how it feels in the ring because he was taking some pretty heavy hits and you wrestling with Drew. So I mean, good on Drew because Drew was making sure that he was safe. Drew was taking care of him in the ring. But I think you didn't want to give that slobber knocker of a match and then risk him getting injured because y'all know he's a lot older in age. He's injury prone, but he came back a lot quicker from this injury.
It's almost like he was more determined because it wasn't AEW.
Right.
Like he was super determined to come back. The bracelet thing is starting to get old.
Yeah. It's like you can have anything you want with my wife and my dog name on it.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
But hey, that's how we got to the match. The match was good. This was a good Punk showing. The fact that Punk had this match in the city he left WWE in, that was his first singles match. That's actually really incredible.
And he took that L too.
Took that L.
Big fat L.
So we hear the podcast. We'll go back and retract some of what we said on the Fall from Grace because he's really ready to do what's best for business.
Like,
I mean, he's ready to do what's best for business, Black.
And he has a multi-year contract. He's getting along with everybody so far.
Dog, have you seen the backstage interactions like him pep talking Rhea and talking to Priest and talking to Cena?
Black said it's off.
Wait, Black said you said what?
He ain't got no choice. He better be on his best behavior, or else.
Truly, he has no choice. He has no choice, but I think he's accepted the choice and he's chosen to do something good with it.
I just genuinely think, and it's just like us as men. The older you get, the more you start to put things in perspective and realize.
Man, he was old in AEW.
I mean, but he worked with a bunch of children too.
And
a cokehead. Like,
them people ain't children.
I have never seen somebody be so relieved to have a job. Like he looks happy to be back in WWE. Because let's be honest, and let's buckle it down real quick. Let's talk about this. We know he never really wanted to leave.
No, he didn't.
He didn't want to leave WWE. He couldn't get along with Vince, and he felt a certain type of way about Triple H at the point. He didn't want to leave.
Said bastard.
Like, it's not like Punk left, like how Lashley just left, contract expired and it's okay, or left like, who else is somebody whose contract, Ricochet. Like, it's not like you left because you were like, okay, I'm just leaving because I can go do better somewhere else. It's, I can't do what I want to do here and I'm not happy.
Oh, MVP.
So he goes off.
He had a lot to say.
Yeah, I'm interested for that sit down interview. Whoever gets it, I wish we could get it because I would let him cook.
Of course you would.
Yeah,
we would let him cook.
He was controversy.
Well, and like we talked about it with Ashe Wrestling Lightning. Like, hey, maybe y'all can try and get a reunion on there, but we'll talk about that later. It's not like he wanted to leave WWE. So him going to AEW was kind of like okay, after this, because remember how happy he looked on Backstage when he came back to Backstage, the talk segment show. Yeah. He was happy to be even affiliated again with WWE, but it was like, well, I'm not signed. I'm just doing this.
Right.
And you know what? Marcus made a great point. He went to AEW to do the stuff that he's doing right now. He wanted to do it. He wanted to come back to wrestling. He was reinvigorated. He took some time off with his wife, his dog Larry. They hung out and he missed wrestling, but Vince was still in charge.
Yeah. Yep.
But remember, I told y'all, I always thought that maybe that was like a humiliation ritual for AEW or something. Like I still to this day,
that's his conspiracy theory, y'all. Like he
I believe that Vince told him, you can come back, but you got to go do this. You got to go to AEW, go over there, get some attention, and then do the most disrespectful thing you can do to an organization. My man drew that big behind X on their belt, which was so disrespectful, still to this day. Now you didn't draw your. It's not an NWO spray paint. You just drew a big old X on it. You down talked everybody, including the one guy who main evented the first championship match in Hangman Page. You murdered him on the mic. You talked down about the EVPs and you had the owner of the company sitting beside you while you was doing it. Yeah. And then on your way out, you fought one of the pillars. And then on the way out, you threw the belt over your shoulder and you acknowledged your tribal chief on the way back to WWE. I'm sorry.
Is that what he did?
That's what I look at it as, because we've never seen him do nothing like that before. He threw that belt over his shoulder and held up the one. Come on, dog. And then magically, deliciously, you end up in WWE a couple weeks later. Come on now. But anyway, look up there eating muffins the whole time. And wasn't he eating a pickle too? Oh, that was MJF. My man was up there eating muffins the whole time.
Oh, he was eating everything. Yeah,
he was eating everything.
He looked bad then. He did. Like, I agree with Ashley. He did look like stressed out.
He looked old the
gray is coming through.
Look. And then he's going to run NXT when Sean steps down, because he's been in NXT frequently down there, getting in with the talent and talking to people.
I would respect it. I think that's something.
I love it.
He has a good mind for the business. He loves young talent. He loves breeding the younger talent to take over, because as you see now, he's bro, you know what the hell I meant.
This is not Diddy, okay?
Yeah, no Diddy. No Diddy. But I think I would say this. He would also elect Shawn Spears to be right beside him too, because now you have veteran guys upholding the traditions of wrestling. Shawn Spears was what's his name?
All you gotta do is ask me, because I know that. I know.
Shawn was training with him. He was a gamer, but then he became a wrestler. What's his name?
Ooh, Adam Cole. Look, Adam Cole.
Not Adam Cole. We'll find it and come back to it. But I think having
I Show Speed.
No, not I Show
Speed.
No, none of those.
Look, magically, deliciously end up back in AEW, like it with the stroke of luck, whatever. But and I actually
that man came back because they want a well for him to go.
Actually, no, but I actually think that position that he's gonna go after was probably meant for Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, but
with him being Sean's protege, I guarantee you, Bryan Danielson was next in line to probably take over NXT. But he's so happy.
Not with the way that he's shitting on WWE.
He's so happy doing nothing over there in AEW and on WWE every time he can that you're not even welcome back over here, Pimp.
Right.
Like they don't even talk about the Yes Movement like the way they used to now. They're like, bro, stop. We'll just stop talking about it because I'm tired of it.
But I do respect Punk for having that relationship with that younger generation, that younger crowd, giving them insight on just kind of like how everybody else was. Like Sean Spears is a big advocate for that, especially when y'all interactions. He is very open to knowledge. He's very open to getting younger generation over and telling them, hey, your character. I think that's the main thing that NXT preaches to everybody. Build your character. And sometimes it won't go over, sometimes it won't. You just don't know.
Drew got the dub. Yeah, Drew got the dub. It's not over. I'm pretty much for certain that we'll probably get another match at Bash at Berlin, and then we'll get the rubber match as a Hell in a Cell in Bad Blood. And they'll end it in Bad Blood because that was always kind of a staple of Bad Blood was a Hell in a Cell or a grudge match. Let it be done there. Let Drew move forward. I don't know where we get Drew back in any type of title contention, but it needs to happen because he still has not had his run yet. Like he got his moment in the front of the fans in Mania, but he hasn't had a run deserving of him coming back and being Drew McIntyre. Unfortunately.
So do you have a secondary belt since?
No, he hasn't had a secondary belt since he come back either. It was NXT title, WWE title, and then again WWE title. That was it.
I truly think out of this whole thing that if you want a meaningful run that people say that Cody hasn't had yet, put Drew and Cody together.
Put Drew and Cody spot. I was just about to ask you that. Is Drew somebody we could see beating Cody and the fans would be okay with it?
They would be okay with that. I think it would be okay because I mean Cody has multiple storylines he could be intertwined with right now. But it's all about who would they run it back? Who would open it up to Drew on SmackDown? Which would you get a Drew AJ Styles match? Would you get
and Drew's on Raw, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to figure out how you get Jay to SmackDown.
But look at it like this, because Randy just came over to Raw. Randy just came.
I don't understand that. I don't like that. If you're gonna make the brand split solid, make the brand split solid.
But I get it because of what happened.
Get back.
Yeah. So I get it why it had to happen because you saved that crowning moment for all right. Well, I ain't gonna do it to you right now, but if you do get it, just know I'm getting my get back.
I disagree.
Why?
Because he lost. You go on about your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know it was under
circumstances.
Yeah, it was some shenanigans. But it's just like, hey, you lost, bro. Like, don't show up on my show with that bull.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
wonky King of the Ring finish. You right, bro.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear you. Go away. Go back. Go chase.
I mean, but it's like, did he really lose?
But he didn't lose.
He didn't lose. It was a wonky finish. His shoulders weren't down. So to be fair, Gunther still hasn't beat Randy.
That was the ref fault.
I mean, they did the same thing with Becky and Ronda eventually. Like eventually, you gotta. If we've if we've seen it live, we didn't see that pinfall, and y'all just decided to throw that out there as unreleased footage later. I'd have been like, y'all couldn't, but we saw it on.
Technically, Seth is a 2-time world heavyweight champion. Technically,
like we said, I would have preferred them to do that and then Drew cash in, and then have Damian pin Drew and get the belt back, and then instead of trying to do it the way the non-kick out the way it happened.
That was a catastrophe. Oof.
Yeah, it was terrible. That was
I can't remember the wonky thing. Oh yeah, his shoulder.
I don't know if I want Jay and Sammy back on the same roster again. I mean, because they're
gonna put Sammy with the bloodline, and I don't want that again. Leave that man where he at. And
then you gotta look at it. Austin and Waller, they're not gonna be together much longer anyway. So I think you separate the two. I think you probably I think you kick Austin Theory on SmackDown and send Waller to Raw, which you got a little bit more.
Has the Raw personality.
Yes.
And Theory is the SmackDown wrestler. Yeah. I agree with you wholeheartedly, brother. I agree with that completely. And we're still waiting on this face Austin Theory run that needs to happen because he still hasn't had a solid face run yet. But with SummerSlam as a whole, for me, I gave, and even the Jelly Roll thing with Miz and R-Truth, the choke slam and the 15 knuckle shuffle, I gave SummerSlam a 9.5 out of 10. It was my favorite. Triple H had to have been listening to last pod episode because I said, you don't have a memorable Big Four except for this past WrestleMania. Well, you do now. This was your best outside Big Four outside of WrestleMania since you've taken over. This was the best SummerSlam I've seen in years. It was the best in-ring SummerSlam I think I've ever seen, even over 02. I think that was Braun's best showing. I think that was Nia's best showing. I think that was Solo's best showing, period. And side note, Cody made the statement, is Tribal Combat his match? Because he's 2-0.
Oh, most definitely.
That's his match, right?
That's his match. That's definitely his match. I think Blackout would disagree, but
I think Blackout looking like he disagreed, but like he said, he don't have the right to call.
Oh no, ain't got nothing.
Oh, okay. Look, he don't have the right to call for one, but every time he get called to one, he win it. So
hey, Cody with it every time.
Every time. I think that was Liv's best showing.
What was that?
And I think that was Damien's. He's like,
yeah, he just hit the yeah, they is both our daddies.
You all right?
Look it up.
Bye-bye.
Oh God. Oh wait, that was actually perfect time.
He was holding.
But I think that I'm gonna be honest. I think that was the best SummerSlam he could have given us too. I think that was Damian Priest's best wrestling showing since he signed with the company. Punk came out unscathed, no injuries. I didn't really talk much about Seth look. You remember them time? My time, I used to be vicious too, bro. Like, Seth did his job as referee, but it was one of those things where it was like I think we've seen everything a special guest referee can do.
Yeah.
So you kind of handcuff him and then they tried to play off of the 97 with the steel chair spot.
Yep.
All of that to say this. Raw pissed me off. Why would you not open with the Judgment Day? Why? And I'm going to go back and do this. Where you at?
I lost in the multiverse of madness.
Look, one of the comments got lost in the multiverse. Yes. This comment back here. Why did Dom not have a mic in his hand? And why was Judgment Day not the first 30 minutes of Raw, especially considering the first hour was commercial-free?
Commercial-free. I was like, what the hell?
That should have been your trial. That should have been your trial of Sami Zayn moment for Judgment Day.
But what would make them do that out of every other time that they've done it before? The Bloodline gets it coming out first. Your main storylines get it coming out first. But all of a sudden,
now you relegated to the top of the hour, which of course is top of the hour. So I understand that. But I don't understand how Dom did not get on the mic, how Liv didn't tease something. I mean, she almost got teased. That razor's edge through that announcer table was going to be vicious. Cool. When Rhea got a hold of her, I was like, oh my God. Wow. As you've seen, Randy Orton is the next number one contender. That's going to be a decent match, but we've already seen it. Randy does not change his methodical formula at all. Gunther wrestles his style. We've seen it. It's not a main event, but because it's Bash at Berlin, his fans are going to eat it up.
Yeah.
So it made sense to give him a safe opponent for Bash at Berlin, but it's just like a.
But we know Randy's not winning that. Like Randy.
No, it's like when Kofi won it and they put him up against Kevin Owens. You knew Kevin Owens wasn't winning it. Yeah. But it's just like a veteran presence match where.
Give you your
first opponent.
Yeah, give you a safe performance in front of your home crowd.
Yeah. Anything else major really happened on Raw?
The Wyatt.
Before we talk about the main event. So yes, okay. Judgment Day. Introducing them and finding out that Finn was okay with Liv. I was like, well, ready for this story to come about because remember, the stand against the initial Judgment Day was Finn, AJ Styles, Liv Morgan. There's a reason why Finn is okay with Liv, and I want to know if they're going to expound upon that. Are we going to talk about that? Is that going to be something y'all touch on? And we be like, oh, y'all because y'all know we love that. Y'all already know what we love. We love
long-term booking.
LT
Bizzle. We love it. We love it. If it's something for any of my sign language guys out there, signers.
LTB to ASL.
It went from LTB to ASL, bro. That's the name of the episode. But seriously though, if that's something that they can reach on, if Triple H has the foresight to have done that, and remember to go back to that man is cooking with fish grease.
And Finn was definitely cooking. He was talking that ish.
Finn was talking that.
He said, look, bring the camera.
How? He didn't say that.
I did.
He didn't.
What he was trying to say
I did a really cool Roman shake earlier.
I don't know what happened. Look, I don't know what happened. Look, my Mac got the power button. I hit the power button and I got scared. I thought it
went to sleep.
Yeah, it said, hey.
You don't know how to work your computer like I know how to work mine.
I was grabbing it too low. I was grabbing the
It don't matter.
I was grabbing
it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Well, you didn't.
Him and Wyclef.
I just heard that song going to West Virginia the other day, which is a weird song to hear going to West Virginia, but I was listening to my 2000s playlist, and this is The Rock and with the Wyclef John and you're about to smell what The Rock is cooking. Meow, meow, meow. And I was just like, I remember that video. Remember when The Rock had punched the security guard in the $500 shirt?
It doesn't matter.
I got new Bentleys, and he's like, but Rock, I just bought it, but it doesn't matter if you got a new Bentley. And then hit him with the brow, and I was like, wow.
I meant to ask real quick. So, like, when why did Finn set Mr. Bobblehead up for failure?
Because he is their Tongaloa, but he's better in the ring. He's the guy that can take the punishment. Because understand something. That Damian Priest south of heaven sent him to hell.
Boy.
He was lying.
When I tell you.
Hey.
Look. She just asked to understand something. It was almost like he let him go in the air, caught him, and brought him back down.
Yeah.
Y'all ever see Jazz get thrown out by Uncle Phil?
Yeah.
He was gone.
He
was out of there. Look, home run.
The way and you could tell the way he grabbed him, it was gonna be one of them vicious ones. Like you remember when Lashley hit Miz with the one-arm spine buster when he won it, but he was like, oh, it was worse than that. It was like I said, it was like he choke slammed him and he threw him up there and caught him back. And I was just like,
I think to me, I would give the South of Heaven JD's second best spot because JD's first best spot to me was that
War Games RKO.
That and then I'm gonna put Ricochet. And he did when him and Ricochet had that banger on Raw.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and he ate the yeah. I think it's War Games because like when they threw him into the RKO, he got that big melon. It just looked like he was just like a missile coming in and just.
Lois coming in there.
Look. But all that. That's it's seeing the Terra Twins is cool. Seeing Rhea and Damian stand tall and stand together is cool. I don't know how long that's gonna last though. I don't know who's going to turn. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to split them up. I don't know if one's going to smack up something, but it's going to be cool for the short term.
I don't think they'll like, to me, I don't think they'll like do anything heelish to
meaningful. Like heel turn or anything.
They'll kind of keep it like, hey, I love you, bro. I love you, sis. I got a different road. If you need me, holla
at me. I got to go focus on my
facts.
But this is what I was alluding to earlier. I do not like that it seems like that Damian don't give a single solitary concern about losing the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, he said he can win that back.
That's fine, but the way you just brushed it off, for me, it's like,
bro, you got to.
Well, I say, and I'm only saying that because it's not the first time we've seen it on the trips. Trick immediately moved to the next story right after Ethan Payne. Like they did the tag team match with Joe Hendry, and then he went on and now he's losing to Pete Dunne. Like me personally, it's like losing in the NBA Finals. Kobe. What does Kobe always say? His worst moment of his career was losing in 2008 to the Celtics. That one hurt him the worst. Me, like if you're here for this objective, like look over your shoulder, bro. Like look at it. That's what they're there for.
But what hurts worse, like being turned on by family or losing your chip? Like
that's what I was gonna go with.
Like family is your blood. Family is like this your ace boon coon.
And I feel that
like y'all been through it together. And don't get me wrong, I know why Finn had to do what he had to do, but I think that's the main concern. I can get that back, but I gotta address why you turned on me because I would have never done that to you.
But like I said, it was just really dismissive how he addressed it. But like I can get that back, like you didn't just lose to Gunther. Like, don't just dismiss the fact that you were champ, that you won your first ever title. I mean, like the way he dismissed it kind of to me,
devalued it.
The entire booking of it, of how he cashed in, how big of a moment it was, how big the defense was against Gunther. Like you can sell the disappointment and the hurt of losing the title inside. Like help me feel like you getting turned on your family hurts, but them costing you something you've scratched. Because the entire time that he was talking about being champ, I was homeless. I didn't have this, and now I'm champion. That's all you cared about at one point. Help me sell that still matters to you too. That's all I'm saying on that note.
I got you.
Because it just seems like now, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, when family you over, hey, listen, if anybody knows what that's like, just saying.
Emotional damage.
Sorry, baby. Emotional. Look, but if anybody knows what it's like to be birthed into an ancient family, I do. But I look at it like this black is just like, this is uncomfortable. No. Well, no, but I'm looking at it like if anybody, so like for me, if somebody, which, hey, I got cost something that would have changed my life too. Damn, whew, I feel your pain, priest. But it's just like in the moment, all of it, encompass all of it, because I don't want all of your champions to be like, oh, well, I lost. I can get it back whenever I feel like it, and it's over.
Right.
You know. So, like I said, it's not like it's Gunther.
Stop trying. Fuck. Yeah.
I don't know why it lets me do it.
Now he's just jealous. Now who's the biggest hater? Nothing.
Got all three of them back to back. I wonder if there's any more. I'm about to research to see what all they do.
Look at
and look, Blackout just like
you don't see Trick or Trade turn into a hater often, but when you
when he don't
know how to handle it. Look at it. He don't know how to handle. He pout. See, real haters don't pout.
No, that's actually a really good match too. Priest and Rhea versus Dom and Liv. That's we gotta get there. We gotta get there.
We can't forget about Seth Rollins getting them hands put on him.
Oh man, listen here, bro. Bronson Reed showed up. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. And he showed Seth Rollins.
Look, he got
bro. Now, what was trippy to me? Sure.
Just let him do it. This
like one more
at the family.
One more.
No, I'm saying y'all remember being at the family cookout and they say somebody started doing some stuff like that. They say he gonna sleep good tonight.
Yep, he gonna sleep good tonight. Because understand, Bronson Reed had to slept good that night because, bro, what tripped me out was the fact that, like, you know how when they do the security spot and they hold them off and then the guy gets off and leave, he's like, nah, and if y'all don't move, I'm gonna land on y'all too. And everybody's It was phenomenal. Apparently Seth is actually injured, so he's written off.
You know what bugs me just a little bit, because there's a logic behind it that I understand. But like Adam Pearce, they got
Bronson Reed.
Butterball.
Anywho, too. Go ahead, man. Like, why you call that man Butterball, bro? Stop.
Yeah. Wow. But this is in response to Bronson Reed. Like, you got Adam Pearce out there, you got Kenny Dykstra, you got Jason Jordan.
All former wrestlers.
All former wrestlers. So they act like they can't knock that big mother. I'm sorry. They act like they can't knock that big man off this thing like it ain't nothing.
They couldn't.
Y'all act like y'all can't slap nobody.
He was gonna squash him.
Y'all don't want. No, he not if he slapped him first.
That slap, he gonna eat it.
No, he's not. These are former wrestlers.
Jason Jordan is slapping too hard, he might break his niggas again.
What the boy that Carmelo Anthony decided he wanted to play NBA again, and he just missed the shot. No, a hit from somebody hurts. Am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Actually, TJ, you know what? No. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Mr. 211, I actually agree with you when they use former wrestlers in spots and they don't show that they were former wrestlers.
Exactly.
Prime example, when Dio Madden stood up to Brock Lesnar. He stood up and he ate the F5, but it was like, you're not gonna pick on this little dude. Come see me. Like, I do. Okay.
What the boy name is? When that hillbilly ran up on Big Joseph and Booker T. Booker T could have slapped fire from that man.
Yeah, he could have. I ain't gonna lie. Well, no,
you can slap fire out of people.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Don't start that with me.
No, you know what though? And the one that actually, and you know what? No, let's be honest. He's actually making a very valid point, because remember when William Regal hired Samoa Joe to be the sheriff basically at NXT, and Joe choked Adam Cole out first night.
Yeah.
Smooth.
So you know what too? I salute, brother. I give you that. Former wrestlers not being utilized in that capacity. Not saying now. Let him eat a clothesline for it.
Match, but slap somebody one time.
Like hit him and then let Bronson hit you and you fall, and then all of them be like,
okay. Right.
Hey, you know what? He should have slapped all of them down, then jumped on all 5 of them.
Yeah. Done that. No, seriously, I would have been fine with that. I mean, he can't
squash the bug. Okay.
Don't land on Jason Jordan though, because I'm still upset.
But I get tired of people running up on Michael Cole and Corey Graves just like, what are you doing?
And it's crazy because Corey, you know, they're saying he's still working at trying to be clear to pay. But if you're gonna do it, let that be how you introduce that back. So now I get what you're saying. I know, I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
I know you gotta suspend some disbelief, but a former wrestler doesn't just turn into a regular human. Just like a former president just doesn't turn into a regular civilian.
Some of them do, depending on
God bless you.
Regular.
He said a regular human, like
hey.
Hey, look,
they are regular.
If I tried to run up on Ted DiBiase right now, he is slapping fire from me.
Yep.
Well, he's a regular human.
He probably would be though. He probably would.
Any person, any regular person would slap the fire you if you walk up to them kind of side. What?
I mean,
look, so we have hashtag real fans and hashtag regular humans.
You're welcome.
You don't want to be a regular human. That's all I'm gonna say.
You want to be a Terminator? I mean, you want to be iRobot?
Yes.
No, I don't want to be iRobot because like it took Will Smith a long time to trust that little robot, and he almost died a couple times because that did take a while.
The only thing I can take away from iRobot is Will Smith don't care nothing about his feet because he did that whole movie in Chuck Taylor's.
Dog, and what you mean? And remember how happy he was to get the new joints out of the box, and then he spilled oil on.
I'm saying.
But all of that is cool. The Wyatt 6 debuted in ring, and for all of this, oh well, what are they gonna do when the bell rings? Oh, they just characters. Oh, I'm trying. Okay, y'all must be forgot. Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy go. They go. Eric Rowan even looks good.
Thing.
Yeah,
Eric Rowan. Like, why would you think that they put that stable of talent together? If eventually the bell wasn't gonna ring, like for anybody who was like, "Oh well, yeah, man, when the bell ring, you know that whole character work and all they do, that's not gonna happen."
They're not regular humans.
Like, and it's crazy because I didn't see no tweets, messages, nothing from none of them after they debuted.
Quiet, crickets. Where was y'all at?
Dexter
Quiet
Lucas
on the
is like
set.
that. And hold on, wait.
About to make me snap
no,
on
don't
these
do that.
notes.
Took me back to the Nickelodeon joint. Don't. Nah, it ain't quiet on the set.
What he said?
Oh, I wasn't even
Shout
on
out,
that, but
shout out Drake Bell.
The boogeyman didn't
hold on,
come
what'd
out
he
the
say? I missed
closet.
it.
The boogeyman was in the ring.
Nothing too.
Hey, and then the fact we're gonna start off with the entrance at that.
The entrance was cold.
Respect to Bray Wyatt. Legendary. Still had a thing, still had Shatter.
Bro, using Shatter, I actually know a couple people that shared a few tears. Yeah, I know a couple people that had
one. I said, oh, because I didn't know what they was gonna do. I thought they were going. I didn't look. They would do. I was like, I wonder if they're gonna keep Shatter or if they're gonna switch it.
I was like, oh. Apparently, there's rumors that Alexa Bliss is still being tied to this. How does that affect Nikki Cross?
Yeah, I hope they don't. To be honest, like
I don't know how you do that. I just don't know how you do that.
I don't see how you share the room.
Yeah.
No, if they were gonna do it, she should have been the woman.
She should have been the woman. But I think that crazy Nikki Cross, especially how they were doing the stare. Remember how many people were mad that they were doing the stare off in the space joint and she got eliminated and didn't do it? That makes sense. But it's just weird. I don't see them having two women in it, but we'll see. The entrance was fire. The match was fire.
Yes.
They worked so well together. They worked so well together that, and I know we shouldn't be saying this and they shouldn't be doing this, but if they ended up having to come up with a trios title, I would be fine with them giving them belts just to have them showcase because they work extremely well. Blackout does not want any more belts, and he definitely don't want no more trios titles. Yeah. But I don't see Eric Rowan being an individual push talent. No. And we don't know what's gonna happen with the tag title division. It's been supremely lackluster. I dislike unequivocally that it was the Creeds that had to take the L. Don't like that. Not happy with that. Yeah. I do. Black. Go ahead, Black. Nope. Go ahead, Black. Go ahead.
Get it, Black.
No, it's just that one Creed, man. He's holding them back.
What's up?
That one Creed is holding them back.
You think Brutus is holding them back, bro?
Man, he's so terrible, bro. He's terrible.
Is he?
You don't like the Brutus Bowl?
Man,
I hate Brutus Bowl. I ain't gonna lie. They need another. Julius, but okay. Well, let me ask you a question though, Black. Is it that he's that terrible, or is Julius that good?
No,
because Julius has amazing charisma in the ring. Brutus is just that bad. Okay, well, hey,
he's just that bad, man.
I mean, I think it was necessary. I mean, we gonna see the new Judgment Day gonna get their Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this family trend is. I think that's how you actually get the world tag team titles on them.
Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. On the Creeds.
On Joe Gacy. No,
on the White. See, and that's where we're gonna bump heads. Same thing.
You don't want them nowhere near soon.
Why? I don't want them near belts. Period.
I thought you I thought you said you'd be fine if Uncle Howdy was world champion and they had the tag titles.
No, I never said that.
Yes, you did. Oh, I go check a couple episodes ago. Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
No, I definitely never said I want Uncle Howdy as a world champion. I know I.
Yes, you did.
No,
I can see him with the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, you gonna have to find that. You want to find that because I didn't like the Fiend as the world. I didn't like the Fiend as Universal Champion. I don't think characters like that, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't think characters like that have to have titles.
No, he's setting the drink down. He finna give.
I had to set the drink down. Jake the Snake is the perfect example of why I don't think characters like that need titles. Because when you put belts on them, you minimize who they can work with. You could have Jake the Snake versus Tito Santana on a regular card in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on a Tuesday night. No problem. When Jake the Snake is world champion, he's got to work with Mr. Perfect. He's got to work with Hogan. He's got to work with Taker. He's got to work with Warrior. That's it. You can't have Jake the Snake versus Demolition or Jake the Snake versus Axe on a random night in Bump Egypt nowhere if he's world champion. So that's like with Uncle Howdy. Once Uncle Howdy becomes world champion, you can't have him against Kofi Kingston or against Xavier Woods and that be a story. Putting a belt on a character like that, if you know you have storylines for them, that minimizes who you can legitimately work with and it be believable. Odyssey Jones is not going to get a world title shot against Uncle Howdy and people tune into that. But if Uncle Howdy just randomly ends up going to go pick on the New Day after Xavier Wood possibly turns, which may be happening, it makes sense. But if he's world champ, he's not going to be focused on that. And if you do it, who's tuning into that match? So that's the only reason why I don't think guys like him. That's like with The Fiend. When The Fiend won the belt, The Fiend could have wrestled anybody. Angle, anybody. And then he won the belt, and it was only Braun, Goldberg, Roman. That was it.
Goldberg.
But
why are you bringing up trauma?
But we understand why. We understand why.
Yeah, I mean, that's why. So like, I just don't want him. Now, I mean, I'm fine with them winning the tag titles if they do, but it's like the only team that should be believable to beat them is AOP. Then
why?
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
The Authors of Pain.
Exactly. Womp, 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 womp.
We're gonna pray for the Final Testament.
Okay. Anyway.
They're just mind readers.
But the match was phenomenal. Seeing the Fireflies with Shatter and the Lantern, and it was an amazing moment. Seeing Howdy in the rocking chair was dope.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. I'm interested in seeing what they do. But before we leave from Raw, we definitely got to talk about Odyssey Jones being one of the most viewed debuts of all time. My man pulled
in.
Nobody was ready for it.
Yeah, took him.
Black, let him cook. It did. It was
I remember he got drafted and somehow he went to the supplemental draft.
Triple H put him in the slow cooker and put it on low. And it takes
why he did that though, right?
No.
It's not obvious. You lost Bobby, you lost MVP. You got.
Oh yeah, you did not. Yeah, you absolutely right, bro. You absolutely.
You know why he did that? Yeah.
You absolutely right.
You don't want the speculation to start stirring.
And realistically, he fits with the New Day. I think he fits with him, but Xavier
they better not do another New Day.
Xavier may not feel that way, and it seems like Xavier, this might be the catalyst that pushes him to the Final Testament.
It does, because guess what? The main story of it, you can't replace Big E. You're not Big E.
Nobody will ever be able to replace Big E.
Replace the New Day. We don't want. Well, excuse me. Consequences. Creed don't want you.
Here's my and I've said this before, either to y'all or on the podcast. But if what's his face? If Xavier Woods joins the Final Testament, he's going from doing nothing to doing more nothing.
But he's a prominent face on the program, so obviously he's going to be involved in nothing all the time. I mean, literally,
it was from doing nothing to doing more nothing. Like,
yeah. But what else do you have to give him?
Security, like what?
But what else do you have to give him?
Has New Day run its course?
It's been run its course.
Yes. I'm the only one who disagrees.
Yes. Even with Big E, yes.
I disagree. I'm with you, T. I think that NXT run breathes some new life into them. I think you could do that again.
Suckers.
I think you could, because realistically, Kofi is winding down, and Xavier's never gotten his solo. So let them go out on a high.
Aside from the Final Testament.
Let them go out on a high, and then. But I think there's always, because if that's the case,
a high for what?
Because they gave a lot to the business, bro. Bro.
Come on now. What else they gonna do? What you gonna give another tag title run?
Belt or something?
I'm cool with them getting another NXT tag title run.
No.
I'm talking about Woods in general. Let that man win the Intercontinental belt or something.
Okay, I agree with you.
I would have agreed with that. I would have agreed with that if Braun. I would have agreed with that if Braun Breaker wasn't in it.
You're right. But I'm just like.
But if he was a single, if we talk about singles, if him and Kofi are going to still be in a group, then no, I don't care to see him anymore. I love Kofi, I love Xavier, but yes, it has truly run its course. Now, if you say that you're going to give Xavier the singles run that he needs,
you can't give him one now. You can't give him one though. Who's he gonna beat? LA Knight? He gonna beat Braun Breaker? Oh, somebody's stuck in the multiverse. Jesus, and you look.
Oh, geez, whoa.
Whoa. You like you had a stroke, boy. Good Lord.
I caught that at the last second before he came back in.
I mean, look, I'm gonna say this too. We also got to look at it. New Day still sells merch.
They do.
Of course.
They're best for bit. Like, it is what it is. So no matter how we feel about it personally, New Day is going to be around as long as they can still sell a t-shirt.
But we already know that they're going to ride their contracts out.
Big facts. And I mean, but that's why you also don't want to make them unhappy before that contract time out, because Kofi's one of those guys you want in the PC later in life. Xavier's one of them guys you want in the PC later in life.
So, to me, what else are you going to do that's going to benefit them? They're going to be enhancement. Like, they are going to literally put people over. There is nothing else for them to achieve. They've done it.
I mean,
there's really nothing.
See, I think that's why the Odyssey thing works, because they're gonna help groom him into being. Because realistically, he's got something. I don't know what he has, but he's got something.
Well, we just have to wait and see.
So, okay, here we go again.
Oh Lord,
here we go again. And Marcus, I'm not picking on you, but Bree, if you still watching, y'all know if I've said this for years. This phrase has been misused for years. In order to become a transitional champion, there are certain criteria that must be met. To move the belt from one person to another person, there has to be a stopgap for why you wouldn't have wanted these two to face. You wanted Braun to beat Sammy. You wanted him to beat the hero. You wanted him to be this intent. A transitional champion is for if you have two faces and you want to get the belt from this face to this face without having these two faces face or heels, or if you're trying to save Jacob Fatu versus Roman. That's what a transitional champion is. There are criteria for being a transitional champion. It has to come in between two long runs. We would love to hope and think that Braun is going to have a long run, but we don't know. A transitional champion is the bridge. But, oh gosh. The definition of a transition champion. Blackout. Who did Iron Sheik beat for the world title before they gave it to Hogan?
Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund was not going to lose to Hogan.
Nope.
So they had to get somebody to get the belt off of Backlund to get it on the Hogan.
Yep.
And it came in between what? 2 long runs. Bro, you know I'm coming. Anytime somebody says transitional champion, I ain't pausing. I ain't pausing.
Wait a minute.
No, because look at the comment on the screen. Because everybody knows. I'm sorry. There's a couple of.
As soon as I saw it, I said, "Oh Lord."
Because you know,
because he said.
I did. It was one of those. Hey, you remember how in Temptations when they was talking about doing a reunion, he was like, "Hey," and my back started hurting.
Stiffness.
I felt it. It was a hey moment. You know I'm popping up though. Anytime somebody says TC, I'm popping up because it just bam, look, boom. And even then, I don't even know if that one was transitional because Austin never had long runs. Like he never had like the Attitude Era.
It was a quick fix.
Is a quick fix. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Austin didn't want to lose it to Triple H. That's what
he didn't want to lose it to Triple H either, though.
But I'm gonna be honest, Trips didn't want to lose either.
They said he didn't really want to lose to Mankind either. He was just the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
I mean, but you gotta look at it when you had the top of the top. Wow.
It is what it is.
Who do I want to lose to?
Right. Who do you want to lose to? Yeah.
But there have been exceptions. That's like, and I know we don't like Predator Flair. But I always have respect for him for promising the belt to Sting and holding the belt when they wanted to give it to Luger to give to Sting, because that right there shows the old school mentality of I gave you my word. I'm going to keep my word. I respect it. We're going to skip over NXT this week because the only thing that happened that really, really matters. Wesley turns on the Rascals. I'm not wearing MSK this week.
The whole time. I don't think he knew that was coming or something.
I'm not wearing MSK this week again. I'm not putting. There isn't a tag team title behind me, and there are no plates. I did not see the turn coming, but I am hurt because I was so happy that MSK and the Rascals were in NXT. I'm hurt.
Sean
I seen it coming.
Did you?
When'd you see it coming?
Why?
Go ahead.
Give it to me, bro.
He just was never the same. He just was never the same when he lost to what's his name?
Obafemi.
Yeah, he wasn't. You can look at it on his face. It was like, man, I got to do something. But just so happened, MSK they kept it off for about another week or two.
They did,
but it was coming. He was going to make that change because being Goody Two Shoes just wasn't getting it no more.
But okay, this is the question.
It just happened to be at their expense. That's why they brought him in. If it makes sense.
Where does Wesley fit as a single?
On the main roster.
Ricochet? He's heel Ricochet?
Yes.
North
American
title.
So he's gonna get beat up by Braun Breaker
he gonna get destroyed.
But you gotta look at it too. Who on the main roster knows Wesley?
It don't matter. You put him in if you put him in the ring.
No, but what I'm saying is nobody's gonna give a damn. Nobody's gonna. Nobody's gonna.
That's not where I was expecting that comment to go. That's why the all really was. So you know how sometimes you let a sound out that you didn't mean to let out. That was one of those. I didn't really mean for it to really upset me the way it did, but no, nobody's gonna care.
But you gotta look at it. Some people. I mean, Lyra turned around. The fact that she's getting
Lyra pulled a 360. You want to know why I say that? Because she was here and I didn't care, and she went full circle, and I still don't. She didn't do a 180.
Hey, bro, you don't 360. Hey, bro, you don't like the woo.
So Lyra was here in NXT, and I didn't care. She did this, and I still didn't care. Like. I hate when people say, "Oh yeah, they did a 360 and turned around." Yeah, that means you're in the same place as you was when you started. I still don't care about Lyra Valkyrie. Bird Lady, that's one of your ladies, TJ. Look,
you like Bird Lady.
You can be a new person because you can change your name.
Bird Lady.
Okay, it's funny though because everybody TJ end up loving gets future endeavored. So good luck to Lyra Valkyrie.
I'm with TJ. I do love Lyra. Lyra, yeah, she
don't do nothing for me, especially with this crop. There you go.
She finna be right there with goddamn my wife.
Zaya Lee about to be at the house.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
Zaya had to check.
It's so bad. Not Bird.
They don't mean it.
Push.
Don't make her come out the bedroom.
Right? It's funny though, because like I care more about Kaden and Katana, and then I see them with her. And I'm like,
right there.
I completely disagree with you. I've fallen off of Kaden and Katana because
I'm never gonna fall off. I'm Mr. NXT. I'm never gonna fall off.
Well, Trips has been doing a terrible job of keeping them relevant.
Trips has been doing a terrible job keeping the women's tag team division relevant. Period. Because on SmackDown, well, you know what? We'll talk about something else that happened on NXT. Then go to SmackDown, and we'll get ready to end it. Alba and Isla defend the titles on NXT, and it said, "Oh well, they're gonna go to SmackDown and face Jade and Bianca." First of all, why? Y'all lost the belts. There's no such thing as an automatic rematch clause anymore. So why do y'all get a rematch? But whatever. They won some match, and I don't care. I don't want to see that match ever again, and I'm tired of Bianca and Jade being a tag team.
Yeah, it has run its course.
It's run its course,
and there ain't been no hints at dissension.
And it has not helped Jade do anything at all. No. That's 100. That's 100,000 actual factual.
That pound that part. Hashtag that part.
No, that's facts. The women's mid card title should have been on the main roster, and the tags should have stayed in NXT. They should have never left NXT. That is absolute. I agree with that 1,000%. They win. They go to SmackDown. They face it, and Blair Davenport gets involved.
Blair has been dry. I said drive. Lord Jesus.
It's not her fault. She shouldn't have been a call up.
Yeah.
You lost all your momentum and then lost to Sol Rucker.
Yeah.
You lost all momentum. She should have never been called up.
And then you put it with Naomi. I'm like,
Oh, and then that's the crazy part because now the big three is back together. Like we ain't seen Naomi with them two since WrestleMania. It's been them, and then we've seen Bianca and Naomi, but now all of a sudden the big three back together, and now there's gonna be a 6-woman tag match eventually. Don't care. Oh, this one right here. This one, nope, yep, that one right there. That Triple H ain't missed much, but he missed that one.
Yeah, he missed
started there, and she should still be there.
Yeah. She would have thrived. I think she needs an individual. She does not need to be in a tag team. I get the experiment with her and Bianca to get reps in, but the reps come on a singles part. The reps come in on a singles.
I said it when she debuted.
Yep.
Keep her away from Bianca because now her entire career, what are we going to know her as?
Yep.
You tag with Bianca.
Tag with Bianca.
Yep.
When she turns heel, we're only going to care that she did what? Turn on Bianca. When 2 years from now, when they go to match up again, we're only going to care because it's Bianca.
Well, can I ask something real quick? Can I ask?
Have
you kind of fallen off Bianca during this period? Because
no, because I'm gonna tell you, I haven't because I know it's Triple H's fault. That's like with the Street Profits. I haven't fallen off.
I'm still a fan of Bianca, but I feel like for me to care about Bianca and Jay right now, I don't care. I really don't.
No. But I don't think that means you fell off Bianca. I think that means you just don't care about Bianca and Jade. Which is fair. That's fair. Why would you? We didn't care about the tag title run. Nobody on this pod wanted them together. We didn't want them together. But it did not matter, no, because Triple H did it anyway.
And he didn't have
impulse, man. It was an impulse.
Didn't have to. Look, man, TJ, bro, you killing me tonight, dog. The SmackDown before PLE is when that, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're not even gonna make that a main storyline. It's gonna be a SmackDown the week before Bash in Berlin or the week before Bad Blood. This was a terrible way to cool Bianca off as well. Yes, it was, and it's a Triple H fault. Just the same thing as the Street Profits, who now all of a sudden are #1 contenders.
So,
did that come from MVP?
And that pisses me off. So
did that come from MVP? I think that had to come. The Street Profits haven't won a match all year, and now all of a sudden they #1 contenders.
But you already know if they gotta lose next week.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
You think Tripp's gonna shoot him to the moon?
I don't think Tripp's gonna shoot him to the moon. I think that's when Jimmy comes back next week. And cost the Bloodline the tag titles.
Wow.
If Tripp give that, he'll earn my respect back. But if Street Profits lose again, bro, I just can't get reconnected back to where
no, dang, they do. They gotta face DIY first.
That's why I said.
Why would you put DIY?
That's why I was saying, bro.
Triple H,
it'd be a miracle.
Triple H has done a couple things wrong, in my opinion. The tag division. Look at here. That's a question that I don't think we want to answer because, where is she? She's still training to come back, but where is she? Triple H has the tag division has been this here.
Yeah, it's
the entire time, and then
of love.
It was good before Mania. It was a little decent before Mania. Now
it was, but it's crazy though because he started cooling them off at SummerSlam 2 years ago when they lost to the Usos.
Yeah,
we say that every time we hop on here. The day that they lost at SummerSlam, when we went,
that started the descent of the Profits, and they we thought crazy.
Look, we thought heel Profit was going to be the comeback. Then they turned babyface back in 2 weeks.
Chill.
Damn, we got a little eye crust.
I don't care. You know what it is? Because I'm tired of Triple H sleeping on the Profits. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. We are at that point now. If they don't win this time, split them up.
He said all they good for is gin and juice and chicken.
They don't win this time, split them up.
Wait a minute, what?
Unfortunately, now that's that. Look, and I said that on the post.
I'm tired of getting that. How many times are you gonna make Chopper?
You will never disrespect Tommaso podcast, sir.
No, I'm back. Nah, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah,
hell no.
That's a kid.
No,
you will never.
No, nobody. Nah, bring me back. Bring it. Look.
You will never disrespect Tommaso Ciampa on this podcast, sir.
Black was like, yeah.
Look, I know he wasn't. What the funny part, Ashley? There you go. That was one of those Zoom timeouts. Like, what? You wasn't expecting it.
Nobody wants to see that.
Look,
nobody.
We will.
No. How many more times are you going to turn him heel? How many more times is he going to turn? How many times is he going to turn? Huh?
As many times as this heart is black.
And how many times? Look, damn it, I'm tired.
You know why he can turn heel? You want to know why? Because no one will survive. Darn it.
All he is known for is being
because I'm the
untrustworthy. He's a backstabber.
Hold on, wait. Hey, you can get on too. Hey, look now. I have been impartial in this McMahon Austin rivalry y'all got. Don't make me choose sides. We will not take
the DIY theme.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Why do y'all hate? I love the DIY. I like.
You also love Will Smith.
Yeah, I just said that.
So,
right in the place where I come and go.
You know, made me do it, and it ain't going back up on the shelf.
Everybody party all day, no work, all play. Okay, so we sip a little something. I ain't gonna give it. I ain't gonna give all of it.
His shoulder's gonna be hurting later on.
Yeah, it is,
baby. I'm trying to figure out. Listen here, I've never known how to spell it, but now I do. Garbage. It's garbage. Yes, no, Marcus.
That part.
Chrome Hearts is one of the greatest themes ever. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna look that up when we get off this.
Yes, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you on Spotify. Oh no,
you gotta do that.
I'm look it up. They took it off of Spotify.
Facts, Ashley. Facts.
No, she does. She needs that clean, and I want a clean Charlotte win. But the Street Profits, and I'm gonna be honest with you. But see that, I'm gonna be honest with you though, Ron. The way Triple H is booking DIY, if we don't get a Ciampa turn, there's no way the Profits are gonna beat DIY.
But even then, even without a Ciampa turn, it just nobody's really resonating with DIY like that.
Because Trips missed the window to be able to bring DIY up to the main roster. You know when he should have done it? Vince was still in charge. But you remember Survivor Series, NXT, Raw versus SmackDown, and they came up and fought. That's when DIY would have been at its precipice on the main roster. Because remember, they tag teamed when he was.
Word of the day: precipice.
The Mr. Thesaurus. Mr. Thesaurus. He was the NXT champ, and Gargano was the North American champion. And they came up and tagged. They beat the Revival. That was the time DIY would have been good on the main roster. Not one of the best. The best. That was that 2019 NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was crazy work.
That's when they were stuck in Saudi Arabia or something, right?
Yeah, that's SmackDown when they ended up having to bring Adam Cole over. Yep.
Oh, yep. And what's J came in with the tank? Not the tank. The G.
When the NXT came in with the G.
NXT came in with the
And that shows you the character work, because if anybody remembers, that whole time NXT was in the ring, Ciampa wasn't paying attention to nobody but Adam Cole, who had what? Goldie. But that's the character work of heel. That's the character work of what Tommaso Ciampa brings to the business. Some people don't appreciate it, but it is what it is. Street Profits.
All right, he gets like 11, 12, 20 million chances in NXT to be heel. And
you dealt with it. You dealt with it with the Big Show. It don't matter. It don't matter. You still dealt with it. It don't matter. You still Blackout killing me with these looks, bro. You killing me, dog.
Exactly. Yeah. You got nothing to say.
I'm just saying. It's not like we haven't seen people have multiple heel face turns. So I'm just saying. But that's neither here. Okay, Granddad. Okay, Granddad. Like the look over the glasses just now was a little far.
Yeah, I couldn't see a damn thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to say. I think Chris Jericho probably had one of the best heels.
Oh Jesus, no.
No,
you know what? Now that 08 Jericho was litty. But for real, the Profits gotta win and they gotta beat the Bloodline. It has to happen. I don't know how they're gonna work it. I don't know how Triple H is gonna book it, but Tonga Loa is gonna eat the pin if it does, because there's no reason why.
He's a goofy. He's a goofy.
He's a goofy goober. There is no reason why that man was on SmackDown like this.
Nah, bro. Nah, if you're gonna put it up, he had it. Look,
he had one side plate showing.
What wrestling school did you go to learn how to hold a championship belt?
Sir, you've been a champion how many times in NXT?
He went to the I Watch Wrestling on TV wrestling school.
No, he don't, because look, even the referees know how to at least.
The referees are taught.
Hey, at least he didn't put it upside down like Braun Breaker did in NXT.
Not the bocce barch and arse. Everything he does, he botches.
Swear.
He didn't botch eating that. He didn't botch eating that Superman that Superman punch and hold on 1 second, because this is where we gonna end it off at. The OTC came out again.
It felt like the final boss.
Dog.
You see the light in the background when he walked out?
First of all, the fact that he got pyro.
Hey,
I was like,
Super
this is
Saiyan,
gonna be a moment.
Super Saiyan God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. Then Solo sends Tama out, which is what we like to call
long-term booking.
Because y'all remember that Twitter feud back in the day.
Oh,
we gotta explore that.
Oh, he smiled.
You saw that Superman punch. You saw the smile. He eats the Superman. Tongaloa gets thrown into the steps, and then Roman proceeds to murder both of them with steel stairs. The way he hit Tama Tonga with them stairs, though, that was from the Twitter beef. That was a receipt. That was letting you know. I remember you talking ish.
I heard
kind of reckless. He gets in the ring. Him and Solo go at it. We go for the spear. Tongaloa saves him. Gets jumped from behind when Roman finally picks up the Una Fallen. And I don't know if this was on purpose, but the way Tama Tonga was looking at it, it was like he felt the power of the tribal chief in it, how sacred it was. And he kind of delayed handing it to Solo, like,
hold on, my guy.
Like, when you put on the gauntlet and you like, oh my God, I feel it. And then he gave it to him. And then they proceeded to get beat down. The spear.
That sounds like something else besides the gauntlet.
The way that he speared Tama Tonga through the barricade was beautiful. I'm tired of barricade spots, but it's because it's Roman. I'm going to give it a pass.
Roman had to get his. Yeah, he got to get his.
And then he proceeds to beat Tongaloa down with that steel chair, bro.
Man, listen.
It was the Seth Rollins turning on the Shield beat down with the chair, dog.
Hey, Roman's jacked.
Yeah, he is. I do want him to put on some other ones though, because them low top dunks.
Them low tops ain't it. He need the high top ones, if anything.
Yeah. Them low top dunks ain't it. I'm not feeling those.
As I sit here in some rack room shoes I bought.
I got on my bedroom slippers, so
I got on socks.
I use my bedroom slippers to hold up my phone while I'm watching TV when I go.
Yeah. The SmackDown as a whole was cool. I mean, do y'all have anything else y'all really want to touch on other than Roman coming back?
No,
it's Roman. Which I feel like they should have started the night with him.
But
Wyatt main event. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be.
But Cody got some good love though. He got some good love though.
Going into Bash of Berlin, there is something to talk about. Cody versus Kevin Owens. It's another match where it's just going to be a good match, but it doesn't do anything to feed into the Cody title run, which is not bad.
I like how they set it up though, like how they tricked him. Oh, we're gonna give it to Roman, and then you said
he was like, "Oh, never mind. Nah, go ahead and give it to me then."
He said, "Nah, bro." He said that man ain't earned that. He took an L. What?
I mean,
he's the tribal chief. Of course, he earned it. He doesn't have to wait in line. He goes to the front of the line because he's the only.
He is the line.
Tribal.
Yeah, that OTC shirt. The OTC is hard though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like the graphic is dope. The shirt is dope.
I almost bought it.
Yeah, like that's a hard shirt. Even my fiance is like, no, that's hard.
Yeah, I'm buying that.
I did.
It's not bad.
I'm debating on getting hoodie.
It's not bad, but it's hard to follow Roman. That's absolutely true. It's like when
Roman set for life.
Black, give me a long title run that somebody had to follow. That just
Bruno Sammartino.
Hulk Hogan beat it, but Hulk Hogan made it more relevant than Bruno.
Yeah,
he made
it. And it kind of fell off after that.
Yeah,
because even though Randy had it, it was like, I mean, okay.
It was like kind of, we're just happy that Randy has it. Yeah,
I don't want to say Hulk Hogan. I would say Hulk Hogan's run as champion because you had the stigma to beat the America, not just the WWE guy, but America's guy.
I'm trying to think how long Benoit's run with the World Heavyweight Championship was before Orton won it. Because I remember
like 8 months.
Controversy.
Well, 8 months is pretty. 8 months is pretty good. Like,
Yeah,
I think anything longer than 6 months is a good long run. Yeah, it would have been better on Raw. Cody seems like a Raw superstar to me. I don't think he belongs on SmackDown.
To me, SmackDown is where the gritty guys are.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I feel like Chad Gable didn't belong on SmackDown, but they're on Raw.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's gonna be a good question for next time. Is who had that long run that you couldn't follow up after? Who won it? Who won it after the Reign of Terror?
After who?
After the Reign of Terror, Triple H.
Oh, the Reign of Terror.
Batista. Was it Batista?
It was Batista.
Yeah. It had
no, all his runs went off. I don't care what nobody say. I love Batista as champion.
No, I think that was Chris Benoit at WrestleMania 20.
No, because Batista beat him I thought Batista beat him 3 times.
That was 2005.
Yeah. Reign of Terror 02. Who won it from Triple H during that? Not 02, but like 03, 04. Who won it during Reign of Terror?
Chris Benoit. It had to be.
No, Shawn Michaels. Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. When he had the Doodoo Browns on.
There's another one. There's another one. And actually, that is a real good parallel. Triple H was the ultimate heel at the time. Shawn was one of the most loved baby faces when he came back, but when he got the belt, it was like,
man.
Yeah. I don't remember.
But he also didn't care about being champ either though at that time. It wasn't 8 months. It was only like 3 months. He won it at 20, and then Orton beat him at SummerSlam. Shawn didn't want to be champ during that time. Another one. I don't know how you didn't get this, TJ.
What?
The one that's over your shoulder.
JBL.
That Eddie run was mid. No, the Eddie run after JBL. That was the mid run. That was a mid run.
It was. After he beat Brock, it was.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was mid. When he beat Brock and he had it, we were happy that JBL took it from him. Like, I mean, I don't want to say that in terms of Eddie, but when Eddie beat Brock, that run did not.
It didn't do nothing for Eddie
at all. And I feel bad because they say he felt the pressure because they stopped selling out stuff. They say he felt the pressures of that. He didn't want to be champ, so that's why they gave it to JBL. Because Cena had I don't remember any notable Cena run except for the U.S. title run. So Cena may be another one. Because like when he beat JBL, it was just straight into the Edge saga that we don't care about.
Right.
So
but that would be his memorable run between going from Edge to Randy, like to leading with the going in with DX and all that stuff. It is going to be memorable, but it's not going to be like what we see as a highlight of his. Like, oh, that was something.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey man,
I got one more thing, y'all.
Go ahead.
What's that?
All right, y'all. So as y'all know, I want to shout out my brothers, man. We've been doing this thing for about a year and a couple of days. Our official anniversary was, I think, last week. Our 1 year anniversary of starting this journey together. We said that we was going to put together a podcast that was going to transcend the wrestling community, and we're going to constantly elevate. We're going to constantly put it above every and anything we can do. I appreciate these fellas for coming in and day out. I know our lives are busy as it is. We're husbands, fathers, single people.
I was getting ready to say what you want to say.
Single people.
Look, Black. Give me one of them looks again. Give me one.
Hey, we're single people. And I think the dedication and time we put into this, it has been an eye opener. But I appreciate all these fellas for putting in the work, putting in the time to make great content. And with that being said, if y'all haven't seen on our Facebook that's being plastered, we wanted to make sure that going into season 2, we kind of transform things. And as we're moving into a different era of Beyond the Bell podcast, we got to throw up the ones. Because we want y'all to acknowledge that we're getting ready to move into a different sector. We're hitting a rebrand of Beyond the Bell podcast. And we discussed this as brothers, as a group. And we wanted the fans, hashtag the real fans, to have a voice, to have a say in how this rebrand looks, because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Without y'all viewing us, sharing us, showing us love, and supporting us through these times, we wouldn't be here. So as y'all see up on the screen, we got different options, different fire logos, different fire just representation of who we are, what we represent. And we have this week-long competition where y'all have the opportunity to choose to vote on which new logo y'all want to see us represent as the Beyond the Bell podcast. So as you know, you got the number 1, you got number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. You got a 3 for 3. As we are right now, number 2 and number 6 are our leading votes, and then we got number 5 and number 1 in a close third. So we want y'all to go out there, vote, drop what you want to see, drop your likes, let us know, engage with us, share with your friends, your family, let them know Beyond the Bell, we on the rise, and we got a lot of good stuff in store for y'all.
Y'all have no idea what we got coming for y'all, bro. I promise you, after today's events, the level of what happened today,
yes, sir,
is going to change the entire trajectory of Beyond the Bell.
Yes,
and y'all
sir.
have not heard me say nothing like that before, and y'all are not gonna hear me say nothing like that again, because we're never gonna be stagnant with y'all. We're never gonna say or do the same thing twice. But I promise y'all, where we are going after today, you're gonna want to come along for this ride. I promise you. So from Carlito Cannon, I'm gonna let everybody do their own individual, but from Carlito Cannon, aka DeAndre Johnson, y'all know me, y'all have known me for years. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Thank y'all for the tags, the comments, helping create hashtags, moments, meeting fans on international waters. We've done a lot in just this year, but I promise y'all, where we're going, you're not gonna want to miss this, bro.
I'll just pick it up.
Somebody was supposed to catch it. Like it was like the long
it
was like the alley, and it was like.
No, I picked it up. It was right there. But it's just like y'all are out there in TV land might not understand, but Mr. 211 was number 4 of 4. You know what I'm saying? So these brothers picked me up exactly when I was not in a place to be picked up. You know what I'm saying? So
you was tricking around. So
for them to have the faith in me, to have the faith in this, to where we are now, to where we're going, I swear for Lord, strap in. We taking y'all for a ride that you're not gonna want to get off of.
Yeah, you ain't gonna forget it.
No diddy.
Ain't gonna forget
it. I mean, y'all are some late picker-uppers, boy. I tell you. Look.
Joker had that big Jones.
I ain't drinking no more.
Real talk, man. Blackout Jones in the building. Hey man, I gotta say, man, this is a journey, man, that I didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we was at SummerSlam and we talked about Iconics and all that great stuff, man, and to where we are right now, it's amazing. It's truly amazing.
Seems so long ago.
Even when I was going through what I was going through, man, y'all were there for me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this man, look, I'm about to get emotional, like for real. But
I'm about to get emotional, bro. It's been a year.
Look at us.
Yeah, it's been a year, dog. And I just want to say, man, thanks to the to the hashtag real fans, thanks to the Chop Shop, thanks to everybody that's been following us, man. Even the times that we was at WrestleCade and folks are seeing us and they're like, man, I listened to your podcast, man. I can't believe y'all sitting next to me.
You like
all that stuff. I'm like, yo, I felt like a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan. Hey, I'm just a fan just like you. You know what I'm saying? We just, took it and ran with it. But I'll say this, after today, and I was me and Carlito was together, man, and at the Heads Up event, man. And after today and just the networking and the people that we've spoken with and the people that we were around, yeah, we coming. You can believe that shit. And I ain't mean to cuss, but we coming.
Look, he didn't mean to, but he meant it.
We coming, bro. I'm telling you, we coming. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, man. Hard, yeah, man. I love y'all boys, man. I love everybody, man.
Man,
I love the real
man. I love all y'all boys.
I love
man.
the Chop Shop. Ashley Jones. I love you too, even though you be irking and getting on my nerves.
Oh my God, bro! Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your harps.
Take him out like he did you a few minutes ago.
You know what, Black? You know what? Nah, Black. Like, nah, Black. I gotta do this for TJ because we be gifting hearts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did get a heart.
Nah, but seriously though, and for everybody that's watched since the first episode, but who's known us, man, we started this. It was a pipe dream. Blackout mentioned it to me and said, "Hey, man, if I start this, I'm getting emotional, bro." Like,
yeah,
you
man.
I want to start this with my brother, and I was like, man. And then when it came in with me and Dr. Shaw brainstorming, the child started one night, and from that one night, the next day, I told him, "Hey, man, listen, I want to do this with you, but this guy right here had already laid the foundation, and I'm not going anywhere without him." When me and him started it, hey man, that's my brother right there, dog. Like, don't matter what we go through, it don't matter where we disconnect at. Trigger Trey is my brother to the breath is out of my body, and I was like, I'm not going anywhere without him. And then this dude right here, dog, like,
I'm just funny.
You are, but the way how we were with the Iconics, we were missing
the comedic value, but also
it's a different kind of love. Yeah. This was like a passionate love, like this is my brother, but you coming in, you became all of our brother at one time, and you were the glue. You were the glue that held us together when we started this.
Man, don't say that.
You were what we didn't know we needed. And when we brought you in it and it started, man, like I'm really getting emotional because we really lasted a year with this.
Yeah.
I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all boys. I appreciate what wrestling has blessed us with. God gave us wrestling, and wrestling gave me y'all boys. Y'all my family, man. And to the hashtag real fans, I know we've taken breaks. I know the content I know a lot has happened, but life has happened. But understand something, man. It's just be patient with us and stick with us through the ride. You've seen the setup behind me. I went from shooting into the closet to I was shooting in the closet. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get mine better one day. I swear for Lord.
Hey, but it's coming. It's coming with evolution. Like we really working, like just not even on a podcast standpoint, like as a business standpoint, creatively, mentally, just we are elevating.
It wasn't even a broom closet. I didn't even have the Harry Potter broom closet. I was shooting in the guest room closet. Like that's where I was at.
Swear.
But y'all have stuck with us through all of it. So I promise y'all, once this evolution comes, it's y'all, man. Listen, y'all.
Evolution is a mystery.
It was here, and I heard it, but I was like, I'm not gonna sing that song, and then you did. That's where we at in life, man. We boys, we brothers, and I love y'all, man. Like I said today at Heads Up Barbershop, man, we y'all favorite co-hosts from your favorite podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Going forward, we're still locking down a day, but going forward, we are live. There's no more recording. There's no more holding off, waiting for episodes to pop up. We live, man. We know y'all, Bree, Ash, Marcus, Fam, y'all coming through and dropping the content.
Hylon, wherever
dropping the comments every time we on. Y'all have let us know that we ready and we have arrived. We here. It's time, bro. We live.
No, we going don't live. Start that shimmy stuff.
Uh-oh.
You gotta stick out the bowling alley behind that.
He did.
Understand something.
Don't forget.
Yeah, but not for real. Understand something, man. See, look, man. See, and then it's comments like this.
I gotta read.
Boy, you about to make me cry for real.
All of y'all have gotten me through some tough time, going back to losing my mama, my job, and my house in 4 months. Like, this is bigger than wrestling.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, Marcus, I lost mine back in 2014 too.
Yeah. Look, and y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know what my grandfather represented to me, and I lost him this year.
Yeah.
And these boys was here for me through all of it. So, and then Chop Shop, y'all have seen me at my lowest to where we at now. So, from Beyond the Bell podcast, the Iconics, the Carolina Wrestling Cartel, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Y'all catch us next week. Same BTB time, same BTB channel. Blackout Jones. What do we say when we up out of here?
Yeet.
And we out.
I wasn't ready at all.
When are you? Like, dang, bro.
What happened?
I drink all through the show.
That's
Lord,
you're never ready.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Au revoir. Bye, y'all.